All right, let's begin. Waha! There we go. Welcome, everybody. Also, check this out. I fixed my camera issue. Yay! It turned out what was happening is that there was a fucking virtual webcam from like an old Elgato thing that just stopped being a thing. So I removed it. Everything's going good. So yeah. Oh shit! Oh fuck! We got right. Hello, Civis. Welcome everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Escape variety. I almost showed you a bare left hand. What the fuck? That would have been too lewd. How did your stream go? How was the Elden Ring? What build are you going for? Love ripped. Oh, I got backup. But yeah, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. It's been going good. Hell yeah. For people who do not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf, a miniature painting that's also ripped. All right, third time's this one's also ripped. Hold on. Hello, I'll introduce myself to everyone real quick. Hello, everyone. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernut the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Escape variety. Hey, it's okay. You do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. And hello on the YouTube side. Hello, Neons and Pillar Nexus. I'm excited for today. I am excited for today. And hello, Jay. What's how do I paint rats? Let me see everyone on the Twitch side. Yeah, Jay, congratulations on your first. Hello, Steve. Hello, Moss. Hello, Scrotus. Hello, Ars. Hello, Snissuk. Hello, Matthew. Howdy. Hello, Umbryonics. Halt who goes there? No, it's Hal. Hal who goes here. Oh, how do your print go, by the way? Matthew? Oh, you beat Mesmer? Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. And hello, Rosario. It's doing good. Oh, yeah. No, I literally just started. Also, be right back. I did grab a glove. I'm just going to go limp for like 1 second. Hold on. Hey, just a little bit of astral projecting. I have obtained love. How is it going, everybody? But yeah, I go limp. I did. Listen, I had to astral project to get some gloves. Hopefully, everyone has had a good Sunday. My Sunday has been great, and it's mostly Trench Crusade. I basically played Trench Crusade for basically a couple of hours, then hung out with the lads at the game shop talking about like making terrain and stuff. So I think this upcoming week I'll be doing some terrain projects, assuming I can get them in time. But yeah, hold on, let me show you a picture of the lads. I have a picture of the lads that I took at the store. I didn't get any of my opponent's models in there because like I don't want them to be like, yo, I put your minis on my social medias. But like, check it out. Hold on. Let me readjust the lads. It was a great Sunday. Also, we were playing the demo list, and goddamn are my guys tanky as shit. Oh, hold on. I also realized I need to zoom in, so it's okay. I can repaste it. That's how you did right. So remove Normans. It's okay. We're doing the Anglo-Danes today. It's fine. They're totally different. Totally very different. Just not be. Well, I don't know. It's for me. It's more of a privacy thing. I don't know. I would feel weird if I did my minis and someone was just like, "Yo, I put them on my stuff and I didn't tell you." And honestly though, if they would tell me, I'd be like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just make sure I'm not visible." Honestly, a lot of people really do like my paint jobs. I think I do pretty good paint jobs overall. But yeah, I'll talk about that. Also today we are doing some. So it's weird, the Saga calls them Anglo-Danes, and I assume that's correct, but anytime you look up the phrase Anglo-Danes, you just get Saga? So I have to imagine it's not a name that's either very common, or it's like a weird, like, anachronistic sort of dealio. So yeah, I'm also fully not super knowledgeable about the history of the minis I'm doing today. I played a war game that I enjoyed, and I'm getting into them a bit more. But yeah, we got a fine assortment of lads. Is this a fully metal helmet? I don't know. Find out. Victrix is nice. That's how you do it, Mittens. How you doing? Welcome. Like I need to stress. I got one of the big bags. I don't want to show the bag itself because it is reflective. Yeah, there's so many fucking sprues. There's like, I got like 6 regular sprues and 2 command sprues for like $50. I don't need this many. I'll have so many goddamn fucking just various Saxons, Danes, and because originally, so with hardware problem, God no, that yeah. Best of luck on the hardware problems because those are fucking brutal. Yeah, well, I think it's slightly big. I think a lot today might be painting chainmail, so strap the fuck in. No, yeah, because like that's the thing. A lot of historicals are pretty good value. Like and then Saga's a lot of fun. I played one game last week and I had a pretty good time. My opponent was what were they? I think my opponents were Normans actually. They were if anyone knows anything about Saga, they had a volley fire thing and they had like a pretty good charging unit. They had a lot of cavalry with javelins and from what I understand, javelins got nerfed, but they were still really good. They just didn't get infinite free shots forever. They just got quite a lot of movement and shots, which was pretty nice. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was like, yeah, because of that, I decided to get some actual minis. I think I still might. So I was using some Stark minis from the Song of Ice and Fire wargame, and I might still use them for my Hearthguard because they are gigantic lads with axes. And I'm like, okay, that would be pretty legit. Like that would be fun to show like these are the big like hulking like Viking barbarian like warrior dudes, and then everyone else is just man with shield and weapons. Yeah, Aussie, same Pillar Nexus. This is my first. That's how you do, nice Buntos. Oh yeah, they got crazy axes. I do I have one of the Stark models I'm wanting to use? So I was originally just using some default what's it called? Umber Berserkers, and I'm gonna switch to Umber Great Axes because they got, you know, the big axes that I desire. Yeah, usually that's the best thing to do is like try cable replacement, which I imagine you've tried other stuff. So I bought a lot of these guys used, so I've been stripping paint, and right now they're in a baggie. Like, eventually, like, here's sort of the Great Axe variant. You guys might have seen me paint some similar ones before, and, like, they're, like, pretty big compared to the rank and file, but I think the bigness kind of sells them being big scary. But yeah, I don't hate the idea of historical minis. I'm just new to it overall. I think there's also a bit of an online thing where you're like, yo, if you're going to go hang out with the old dudes who are doing historicals, they're going to rip your shit apart if you don't do everything accurate. Honestly, a lot of them are just stoked to have people to play with. They're like the one guy who was like sort of really leading the thing was like, oh yeah, it's good to have new blood in here. Maybe we'll get enough people we can start doing some like semi-regular tournaments and stuff. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go. But enough about Saga, even though I'm painting Saga today. Today was a Trench Crusade day, and ooh boy, did I have fun. It was great. We my turnip group decided pretty much all play Trench Crusade instead of turnip. Wins the first Trench Crusade. We can do that. I know Toast IRL, and I'm whenever we decide Wizard of the Coast keeps keep making us too sad and we want to switch to war games. But it was pretty fun. I was playing Black Grail, but the guys in the corner, their entire thing was soaking up massive amounts of damage. It was the funny thing, we actually don't have any trenches built yet, which is something I kind of want to rectify in the mean thing. Yeah, I think there is like a cultural mind you, I'm sure there are like hardcore, like real stodgy like people. And like I also understand to a certain degree, like, hey, if I walked into someone else's space that was like similarly invested really heavily in something, and I was just like, oh, just doing my own thing, ha ha ha. Like I can understand getting upset, but like no, they were really chill. That's how you doing, Cerberus Onion. How you doing, Shark Ray? What's doing? I'm painting the lads. But yeah, the Saga game was pretty fun back then, but like the trench and stuff has been good. I'm thinking next week the big thing I want to do is I'm thinking Saturday doing I might get the terrain built in advance, but paint it on Saturday. I think that might be potentially fun. Also, how you doing, nobody? Welcome. I'm painting so much chainmail. So much mail. Guys, maybe like going back to the conversation we had previously, I probably could have sub-assembled these guys. It probably would have been a good idea to sub-assemble these guys a little bit. I think it's because they don't have like direct arm joints, but they do have just like I was just like I need to figure out how well everything will fit. That's how you doing, Malthus? How you doing? Oh, yo, yeah. So Black Rail's thing, it's actually does not have a huge amount of flyers. You have like one dedicated flying unit, and everything else is just like slow, dirtly boys. You basically get like no range outside of like a few instances. But the big thing that the Black Girls got going on is just being sturdy as fuck. I was taking so many blows today from just like very like I had like chumpo dudes take like grenade launchers to the face, but like it also got like a really elegant system for damage, which I really like. I know a while ago, back during like 1.2, I did a like how to trench crusade thing. And I was actually wondering, maybe this upcoming week I could do like a redux of that. Where it's just like, yo, this is a lot of people are probably curious now how to trench crusade. It is 1.5. The Kickstarter's wrapping up. You know, it's things be going good. But I think a lot of people still got questions. I wouldn't mind doing another one of those for people who like want to know how the factions play and like what do you need to do to get started? How much terrain do you need? Stuff like that. Like I could, mind you, I've played 2 games, so I'm not gonna be like pro zone, but I think I get that. There's a couple flyers. House of Wisdom has some. The Court of the Serpent has a couple of flyers as well. Like I know you got I think the Praetor can fly, and I think the Sorcerer can maybe fly as well. Yeah. The rules change them quite a bit. Like even back in like when I did a stream for how to play the game, they didn't even have blood counters. It was just like positive and negative counters, and that was it. Like they didn't even codify that part. Also, I'm being really messy around the edges of the shield because I will be going in to fill out some of this. Yeah, I mean, the most qualified you know isn't like the hugest bar, but I know you're still being nice. There's like a couple, they typically want you to have pretty dense stuff, but I remember some of the scenarios would be like, you need like one building at least, one bit of an impassable terrain, like a couple barricades and stuff like that. I'll try to find some way. Like I said, I might still do that. I might still do a like how do trench ? Sometime this week. Got some ideas. Still gotta think about what video game I want to fucking do. Yeah! Oh yeah, these guys come. The late Saxon kit comes with kite shields, which is pretty banging. I also don't know. I can give this guy. The thing is, I did not get any of the transfers, so I'm eventually going to have to freehand paint these shields, and that's gonna be a bitch. Oh, also to be fair, Mantis. Oh, Mantis. There we go. I want to make sure I get your name right. They dropped 1.5, I think, right as the Kickstarter went, so it's incredibly new. Yeah, maybe. The question is, okay, so Sunday is usually a mini painting day. Wednesday is usually a mini painting day. So it's like Tuesday and Saturday. I could potentially, maybe I could do how to trench on Saturday, and Tuesday I could still stick with the video game. I don't know which one yet. You guys are just gonna be very loosely done. Like I said, I think my game plan is metal. The black void so you don't see their dongus, and everything else. Owl or mini? Okay, I could do either. I think Owl has good energy to it. I'll do Hal. Owl. There we go. Let me take a drink. I do listen to. Yeah. Oh, so I went to. So I'm blessed that I live near a couple of shops, but there's one that's very much like we are historical focused. And I went over there last week to play. Do you know a wargame called Saga? That's the one I played, and I had a lot of fun. So these are. I went as Anglo-Danes, so I'm currently doing some Victrix dudes to be my warriors, which will be a lot of fun. Oh, I did win my Trench Crusade games. The first one was kind of like it was a proper like brawl. Like we were contesting over points. The thing is, my guys. So Trench Crusade has a series of demo lists. Like if you just want to show someone how to play, they can run those demo lists. I got a little bit paint in a place I didn't want. That's fine. You just like have them run those demo lists, and they'll be fine. Like it's got all the weapons pre-put on there. At last. To be fair, if you want to blame anyone, weirdly enough, it's Goonhammer, which I know is sort of known to be like, this is the sweaty Warhammer website. But they did a Summer of Saga this summer. And I looked at the game, and the game has a lot of aspects I like. I'm alternating between two totally different war games today, it'll be fine. Saga reminds me a lot of Warcry, the way the dice activation work, but also like Turnip, and that you don't have a bunch of bespoke units. Like, everyone generally has the same units with like little tweaks, so like, I know what a warrior does more or less for every faction, though some factions like my warriors got the crossbows, or my warriors are mounted, stuff like that, which I think is neat. But yeah, so because I have to go work at the guild now, I don't have as much like, I can't like watch Twitch streams anymore when I work, which is annoying. But like every now and then I need to take a little breather, so I'll pop open Goonhammer just to read stuff because. But yeah, Saga's really cool. I enjoy it. I don't. There's like a fantasy version as well, which I also wonder if that might be like an easier sell for a lot of people. But train. Maybe someday train Bernacht will be real. I never did finish the corn train. It's still sitting in my painting area. I've just done absolutely nothing with it. Done absolutely nothing with that motherfucker. But so that the first Trench Crusade game I was pretty much a slug. I got really lucky the second game. I did a thing where like my Lord of Tumors, which is sort of like the biggest boy in the middle down there, he has a grenade. And like the idea was just to throw a grenade and then charge, because you can assault with grenades. And I did that. And I was expecting the grenade to do like a little bit of chip damage to my guy, but it just ended up one-shotting like his little grunt dude. And then my little fly guy, the one I painted on Wednesday, flew up into a building, so he got like a 6 sniper's vantage point, and then proceeded to use a shotgun just to blast another dude. And because we were playing like really, really, really small demo games, kind of losing a model was sort of crippling, so I could just sort of just win on objective. It was real unfortunate for my opponent. Real games would not nearly be that swingy. Oh yeah, the corn train. Hold on, I could show you. He's like up. Yeah, this boy. I did this a while ago. He's actually a lot more done than I thought he was. Well, the first one was New Antioch, and the second was Sultanate. Yeah, I have this train ready to go. Yeah, I think all I need to do is actually varnish it, because I use this is definitely like paint metals and then use contrast paint over it. Oh, I probably need to touch up a little bit. I think if I do that and then just like seal it and then do an oil wash or like an enamel wash or something like that, I think it'd basically be ready to go, and that would probably fix a little goofy little one-up bits. He's a lot further than life. Okay. I'm at this weird point where I actually have a decent amount of models. That was an STL. Yeah. It's called like the Chaos Chugger, I think. I would need to double check on my mini factory. It's been a hot minute since I've saw it. It was part of a, there's actually another VTuber recommended to me. If you guys know Nagi, she is a Quetzalcoatl? Like a snake lady. Very good, very nice lady. She also likes to do a lot of mini painting. She does Tyranids. What's how you doing, Manny? How you doing? You probably could like just run it as a couple of different options you could probably do. How you doing, Shadow? Welcome. How you doing? I also think so the train STL also comes with a bunch of cargo containers and stuff like that, so that could also be a potential option. That little circular bulb and then everything in there. I know vaguely like ways to paint the actual shield bases, but for right now, I'm just, like I said, I'm doing metals, and then we'll go and do some of the other stuff. But yeah. But I've had that basically for a while. But yeah, so yeah, Trench Crusade was pretty good. I think everybody was kind of like on board. We're like, we like the game. The demo lists are weird. Some of the options, I think, because it was made for a different like iteration of the rules, aren't super like one-to-one anymore. And I think the real thing that it kind of does, like the way I see it, it makes some like weirdly suboptimal choices for the sake of like, keep everything simple, keep everything roughly balanced with each other. Like, in the demo rules, my Lord of Tumors did not have a weapon. Which you're like, why would you not? I mean, okay, he's got grenades. He doesn't have a melee weapon, even though that is the model you would put a melee weapon on. And you're like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. But then you realize he's really good at melee base. And usually for Trench Crusade, weapons are mostly about modifying, like, X how many dice you get to roll and if you get special abilities. So I think it was pretty much like, oh, he would be too much of a beast in demo games if we gave him a weapon. So we'll just, like, keep him, like, relatively chill. He does got the bad touch, though, which I did get to use on a guy and gave him, like, 3... Actually, I rolled baller on the bad touch, and I think overall they got, like, 6 wounds, something like that. So I think this guy's helmet's supposed to be wood, based on what I saw for some of the... The thing is, I'm sure there are proper books of this era, but this is what I'm talking about, where I run into a little difficulty, where Victrix, I'm pretty sure mostly calls them Anglo-Danes, in order to match Saga, but it's not like a super like historical title. So when I'm over here trying to look, because like my options are looking for like the kings around the area, so it's like Newt, like looking for Newt stuff. Maybe if I find more info on him. Yeah, I mean, infection counters. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what the blood infection mechanic is very similar to like HP damage anyway. So it's not that weird. I'm a big fan of poison in Magic because a lot of times it's pretty bad. I think what really gets people, like, if you, like, objectively, if you look at poison monsters, they're, like, shit. They're real fucking garbage. And, ooh, there we go. It's Nana's fan club redeem. And there. Yeah, I think the big issue with poison is that there's a lot of cards that give infected stuff. That makes it really jank. Hey, let's go to the Nana's fan club. Let me update the thingy since you got your poison. For people who do not know, this is my wonderful snake Nana. She is still napping. I'm waiting for her to stop napping post food, so that way I can actually like give her cage a proper scrubbing and whatnot. But she's doing pretty good. Serpent, hey, I've heard. Honestly, I've heard a lot of night-based serpent puns before, so that's on the reg. Oh yeah, no, you definitely got that shit locked in. Do not worry, do not worry. But yeah, Naris is doing good. I want her to be mobile, but it is winter, so I'm fully expecting her to barely move until probably spring, if I'm going to be honest. That's just kind of what she does, so yeah, but she's doing good. But yes. Shadow Bangion, congratulations on your death grip of the presidency of the official Nanas fan club. Wow. How you doing, Lore Master? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look, I'm painting historicals. Yippee! I actually do like this many. How you doing? How you doing? I've been playing Trench Crusade today, and now I'm working on some Saga stuff. I'm in the zone. I'm in the groove, and it's pretty neat. I've been on fucking like miniature Cloud9 recently. It's been great. I've been getting to try a bunch of really cool games, and then it's been fun. Feels good to be a multidisciplinarian. Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what vaguely I saw too. Like it's like they're similar to the Saxons, but different enough because of like kings and royalty, and like, you know, you do get some Vikings and stuff like that. Yeah, I to be fair, I'm very like I know. So this is the thing that I need to look into. So Osprey, I'm used to Osprey being effectively a game publishing house, but I do remember hearing for a while that their main thing of business was like selling hyper specific history books aimed off of different areas, like kind of like military history books for very, very specific snippets of time. And I bet if I look into deep Osprey archives, I can maybe find a book that will match, and then if I pick that up, I can kind of use that for a little bit of stuff. I figure overall, I got a rough idea of the color scheme. I'm going to stick to maybe some like greens and reds, and I think that will make me sick. I think if I do like greens and reds and then get some funky bright shields, I think I'm basically in the clear. I'm gnats. I'm sure I've done everything wrong, and that's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, it's very fluid. Even the funny thing is, even like not counting the historical fluidity of everything, a lot of people in like who talk about Saga, they're like, yeah, you know, you could just, a lot of guys look the same during the era, so you can just sort of swap them around to different like battle boxes. Because like there's like, you know, you could do Saxons, you could do just vanilla Vikings, Yalms Vikings, a couple of other different options. Hey, very pagan. Well, one, because like I already started to do some of the guys red, so red was going to be in the color scheme no matter what. But I saw a lot of like example guys from various people that were green. I was like, I still don't really have a proper green army, and I figure like green is a reason. Like I looked around for like what colors would be vaguely available in this era, and everyone's like, yeah, green's not too hard to get a hold of. People can dye shit green all the time. That's whatever. I think in general the consensus was you could actually get a lot of colors that are pretty bright, but they just fade really quickly because like the dyes exist, but preserving the dye is just kind of whatever. But I'm also painting for tabletop, so they will be relatively. I do think I'm gonna grunge mine up a bit as the way I do. So we'll see eventually how vibrant they turn up at the very end. Spoilers, probably not, but general idea. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing festive Danes, and we'll see how that works. Also, to be fair, their battle board is also green, and it comes with green dice. So like, green could have been an arbitrary color they chose, or it could have been like a really fitting color. So we'll find out. But yeah, green and red will be nice. Oh, Christmas Danes, oh, Christmas Danes. Oh, hold on. Oh, that just reminded me of something. Hold on. Do I do this yet? Oh, you guys have done it, by the way. You guys have resorted to this. I'm unleashing the beast early. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's never too soon. It's never. No, I generally agree with you. This is like one of those things where I'm just like, this would bother me. So by doing this, no, I'm not gonna play Christmas songs. I might eventually. That might be some nice like chill background painting music. I'm actually not curious. Like, I don't know. Some people do like winter themed minis. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with that. Oh, he's got a little bud, or basically let's see. Yeah, let's hold on. My head is a stage. Excellent. Block report to Santa Claus. Well, the real Santa chat enjoyers know that the Christmas spirit is with us all throughout the year. So in that case, I think this is fine. I've watched many a Christmas film. Also, I realized I did not get the ring of the shield, so I'm gonna rim of the shields. Shields are gonna be a bit messy, but that's. Oh god, my head is a fucking mistake. How are you doing, Rosaline? How you doing? They're your own songs by heart, and I hate them all. Okay. Oh, okay. So for a minute there, I read that as the opposite, because I know a lot of people have the opposite thing where they're like, I hate the Christmas songs. They make me piss blood actively. Yeah, it's a dumb like consumerist sort of thing, but I do like a lot of the Christmas trappings, even if they are like, you know, effectively ways to milk money out of you through like nostalgia and whatever. But I still like that. I don't know. I've come to terms with the fact that a lot of my good memories were going with my family in shopping malls, just like hanging out with my adopted mother as she would just go about the stores and whatnot. And I was like, oh, this is fun. And then you wait to the very end. We're like, all right, how we did all of our shopping. Now you can go to the GameStop. I'm like, yay, GameStop, yay! I act like that, but by that point I was easily a teen. So I still sounded like that though. Don't worry. I up until maybe like 27, I was like, yay, how's it going, everybody? I'm going to the GameStop, yay! I did that. And then I activated double secret mega puberty, and then now I sound like that. As you can tell by my deep voice, and not the fact that I'm relatively high pitched for a dude. I do got a relatively high voice. It's not the worst though. It's not the worst. I've gotten used to it. Early on VTubing, I was like, oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate the way I sound in like VODs and stuff. Now it's fine. Now I'm used to the way I sound. The Christmas song. Yeah, exactly. It's my if we're going favorite Christmas songs, mine's Feliz Navidad. The regular part of the song is, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty catchy. But when they fucking go to like, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas, that's the fucking best. Oh, huh. Actually, my bad. Cover stuff. There we go. I just realized that I did not have the YouTube up chat for a bit. I was like, okay, don't want to make sure it's available. I got lost in the Christmas sauce, but yeah. Then this year's Christmas gift to myself will be all the Trench Crusade minis I'm getting now. I actually don't have like a huge... The thing is, I'm saving money for MagFest in January, so I don't want to... I basically don't want to do a huge amount of spending between now and then, just in case. I was fine with money last time, but like, who knows if that... I don't know if that was like a fluke or not. I'm also debating... I think I might just do 4 of them today. I have 8 minis I eventually need to do. I think if I stick to 4, I'll actually like get stuff done. Like, you guys will actually see minis be painted and not just me applying metal over and over and over again. No, 12 Days of Christmas are pretty good. That's a pretty good one. All those are good options. Christmas, see Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Overall, I am a little sad about the holiday blending. Like, it's kind of weird that we've even hit a point where like Black Friday's like that. Like there was a time for like a very brief moment, like how dare you desecrate Black Friday? I'm like, wait a minute, Black Friday is the stupidest fucking thing anyway. Like, I don't give a shit. But for a brief moment, I hit that level of just like old stodgy man enough. That's how you doing, Toast Burnt Dark? How you doing? Welcome. I am currently painting some Anglo-Danes for Saga. Right now, I am painting metal, and that's really about it. I'm gonna paint the metal. I'm gonna paint the gooch black, and then we'll find out. Luckily, for the most part, these guys are not like the most wild, like minis to paint. So I don't think I'm gonna have to deal with a huge amount of BS, which is kind of nice. I like that. How's how you doing, Terry Davis? Yeah. Oh yeah, the trampling. Also because they like, I think everybody is generally caught on that like before Black Friday, all the prices go up a little bit. Like, that's technically not a thing you're supposed to do, but I think we all generally know that it's like, oh, isn't it weird that the prices were cheap and then they went up a little bit, like a couple, like maybe like a month or two before, and then now they're back down to like still a discount, but not the big stinking discount that they advertise. Yeah, I do think there was a little bit of pushback on that, but yeah, I definitely think like the 2000s definitely had a lot of holiday blending for sure. I do need to invest. Like, I have like pretty good eyesight, but I think I do want to see if I can stream with some of those like you can get these like little like jeweler goggle things that are pretty baller for apparently painting minis, because like you can get like really deep into details, and I paint roughly about a foot away, which is not too bad. Like I said, my eyes are pretty good, and I've like my what is your elven eye see unpainted plastic, unironically, but like I think it would still be nice for catching a couple little details and bits that I every now and then I miss. That wouldn't be the worst. Dude, your Dreadnought Prime. Oh, yo, let's go. Also, getting everything primed is still like a pretty solid dealio. Dark Ring Undercut. Hey, yo, let's go. Sounds like progress is being made. By vampires, that's on yeah, that tracks. Have you ever seen a vampire eat pizza? Yeah, that's why they're everyone likes pizza. Don't like pizza. But like, yeah. Congratulations on getting the lads primed and like starting to get some base code and stuff like that. How's you doing, Cersei? How you doing? Or Cersei? Yeah, that's basically what a lot of these are. They're kind of like the thing that I'm a little worried about, which once again, very unique case for me compared to a lot of other people, is I'm really worried that, like, I know some people do VTubing with glasses. Like, you know, I'm sure all of you are shocked to realize there's just a lot of nerds with bad eyesight and fun anime people hobby. But I would be like, I'm sure the benefits would be good, but if it fucks with my tracking, I can't. Like, I'll plateau at mini paint, or I'll just deal with it really at the end of the day. Good for right now for Space Marines. I don't know. It seems like the competitive meta, like quality stuff for Space Marines keeps shaking. It's not the anti-glare issue really. It's more like the fact that a lot of the way the software works is it like tries to find the details of a face. And a lot of those like kind of like head clamps with the lights and like the little multi-flippy thing is it fucks with your face shape, so it makes the face tracking harder. And like I know glasses are fine because you know you can't develop facial recognition software without taking glasses into account, because like, you know, a lot of people have glasses. I don't, because my eyes are beautiful and perfect. No, I'm one of those people that people have told me for years, like, how you should, like, you would be a good fit for glasses, like, almost like thematically. I think on paper, I make sense as a guy with glasses if you're going, like, the pure, like, character archetype. But yeah, no, vision fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's because, like, everything's done through, I use VBridger. VBridger might have a little bit of ability to kind of deal with some bit of metal on my guy. Yeah, there we go. Let me chunk us. Yeah. I know, but I still, maybe one of these days I'll do like, yo, I'm going to test this. This is going to be shit. It really does, yeah. God, the whole Archer. Like, I think, I don't know if I might have mentioned this before, but if I have, it's been a while. Legitimately, the reason I got into D&D is because at the time I was already pretty big into video games and magic cards, and I was like, as a big nerd, I feel like Dungeons and Dragons will be the next logical step, and that's technically what led me here. Like, you know, like that like thing of like itty bitty dominoes, and they just kind of turns into a big thing. That there is some connective tissue between that, like, as a nerd, I must nerd extra hard. That's how you doing, Belnery. And then, you know, me being a VTuber, which is nerding extra hard, to be fair. There we go. Excellent. All right. How you doing, Belnery? I'm working on historicals today. I was going to do 8, but I realized increments of 4 would be probably a bit more sane. But we're gonna do it that way. I was thinking 8 because the minimum unit size is 8. Maybe I'll work on the other ones when I'm like, maybe if I'm waiting for the gooch to dry a little bit. Him. How you doing, Blanc? How you doing? Tanu? What do you mean Tanu? Eh? I'm blanking who Tanu is. But yeah, this is what I was talking earlier, Blanc. And like Ranu, okay. I didn't mind the Cali talk. Remember though, you are on my stream right now, as a heads up. As a heads up. How you doing, Lemon though? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on the lads. I be working on the lads. But yeah, the lads are going good. Oh, you can't nerd extra hard, leads to going full nerd. I've went full nerd. I've been full nerd for too long. The fact that I specifically seeked out a certain store so that way I could even play like historical games. I'm like, okay, that's a bit. Also, just my flipping over. But yeah, this is I'm getting to goot. In generals, I just get like a rough taint area, and then the rest of it will be mostly just trying to get, like, what's it called? They'll just do the... I guess I'm thinking, like, a lot of these will be, like, maybe, like, a little green rim. The thing is, like, a lot of these guys are just chainmail. But you do the hand stretches, like... I don't do hand stretches as much as I should. I do it every now and then, though. That's probably something I do need to do just to keep my jellies limber. Like... There we go. Or a local chain with a bunch of drama. Oh no, that sounds awful. Yeah, oh no, I've seen sheets online. I'm good. Yeah, I'm very blessed. How you doing, Putty? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm working on some historical ads tonight. God, this should cut a lot of metal. That's fine. That is fine. But yeah. I'm working on some historical ads. I played Trench Crusade for the first time today. Like, hold on. I feel today I especially want to post this image. Okay, I think about this image a lot. I think about this image a lot when it comes to indie war games, just because I don't always got the option to play them. Okay, I already have this saved. I already have this saved, but I'm just gonna resave it. Russia. There we go. Today was very much this, but instead of Earthbound, it was Trench Crusade. It was a lot of fun, though. Trench Crusade is legitimately a very, very fun war game. There we go. Let me put that. I guess I could just tuck it there. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Today's been good. It was big wargaming. Like I said, I'll probably do some. I have some basic ideas for terrain I want to do. So I think a lot of us were looking to do like really like universal, like a lot of like little trench areas and maybe some like bunkers. I know one guy was like, I want to do some big ruined buildings, because he actually had like a really big like ruined like, you guys know like MDF board, like the kind of like typical war game terrain board stuff. He had one of those that was like pretty big and ruined in the middle of the match. Basically, like my match with the first guy I was playing ended up pretty quick. So I went to watch a Heretic versus it was Heretic versus Sultanate fight, and they got all up inside this building just like fighting in there. I was like, oh, this is the raddest shit ever. Meanwhile, when I fought him, it was just basically just slugging it on the ground, because my army doesn't want to move other than the Herald of Beelzebub, which can fly. And even then, I think the flight is mostly to get it like on objectives and out of danger, because everything else in my army is sturdy as shit except for my flyboy, who just gets wrecked. He either gets like some shots in with his shotgun, or people look at him and he explodes, which I think that's fair for like I really like the idea of war games when they have a unit that's like, this is not exactly meant to murder, this is meant to hold objectives. I've always kind of liked that design. Was it radish shit? What? I feel like you're set up for a pun that I don't know where you're going with this. But yeah. It turned out overall. I think overall, the fucking Herald, like the flyboy I painted, he got the most kills. He basically got a kill in every game I put him in. Like, even my bigger units didn't get so lucky with the kills. Maybe it's because he was, like, really the only dedicated range guy. I don't think that's exactly what I said, but it's one of those things, because I am painting and I am moving linearly in time. I do not. Rad as shit. There we go. That's what I was saying. It's like so confused. It's like, also too, in general, I don't remember what I say. If you guys are like, I think some people are curious how like I maintain yapping when I'm painting. It's always look forward, never look back. How you doing, Pato? How you doing? I'm working on some historical ads today. Going pretty. Figure out how I want to start doing things. How you doing, Billy? It's me, Halber with a shirt. Everyone's favorite guy with shirt. Thank you for the stretch. There we go. I want to do the skin on these guys. I'll do rosy flesh, and then I'll build up to a pale. I can't imagine that these people are going to be like super duper tanned. I'm imagining a lot of pale bastards. Actually, okay, I do got a couple with exposed hair. I was like, do I have like... The nice thing is they actually give you a shitload of heads for these guys. So I got like a decent variety. This guy's also got a fucking... Oh, he's got some fucking mutton chops. This guy's got some fucking mutton chops on him. It is funny because like, even like these are these are probably some of the biggest departures for minis that I usually paint. I actually think that's kind of fun as well. Like, I'm so big on the, like, I paint horrible, gross little guys. But, like, I don't think that really exists in Saga in any real way. I mean, outside of insert your favorite like like nationality joke here. They're like, oh, but how you could be painting the Brits, but like for reals though, for reals, these guys are like stock humans, no magic, no horrible mutation. They're just a guy with a shield, ready to party. I guess I could also too. Like I could just lean in a little bit. I think I force myself to stay really far back because it makes like reading chat a little easier. Just like get like all up in that. A little quicker, a little closer, which gets a little bit more to work with. But yeah, this isn't so bad. It's definitely causing me to shrimp. Like I don't think there's a good way around shrimping if I'm doing it like this, but I also think returning to, oh god, I totally missed a bit. I think returning to crab is always just part of the thing about being a mini. I don't know if I fucked these up, but these guys, like, the guy looks fine from the front, but he's got like the weirdest fucking like Golem Egon neck in the back. I know exactly what's going on with that. My life. No, I like, once again, if I did not like interacting with you fine nerds, I would just be painting on my own. I could totally do that. I've done that for a couple of years. I think now legitimately, I think 2011 was when I started mini painting. Play it on Nintendo. It's them, the men from Carlisle. I actually legit, like, I'm gonna be real. I don't know exactly where Carlisle is. Depending on what Carlisle ended up turning into, it's not entirely improbable to think that these guys might be the men from Carlisle, or like their maybe ancestors, probably. The ancestors from Carlisle. I did also get the tabletop RPG from that guy, which I think until Jack King Spooner. I think basically that got put on hold until Judero released. So I'm hoping now that Judero's out, which I did enjoy Judero a lot, to be fair. Judero was a good old time. He should be able to get like focus a bit more on the tabletop RPG. So I might have to find somebody to run that. The thing is, it's so specific. I have to be like, yo, hey, you know this weird ass game that like a couple of you guys played? I do know a couple of VTubers. There was a compilation of people who streamed Judero on release week that somebody did, and I was in it. Yeah, at the very end, when like for everyone who's watching Judero, which is like this really rad like stop motion video game about like medieval Scotland. At the very end of the game, after you beat the final boss, Jack King Spooner, the guy that's his full name, the guy who made the game. It's just kind of fun full name. So that's why I like saying all of it. But he gives you a tour of his workshop, and I was like, oh yeah, this is my shit. That made it into the compilation. I was like, oh okay. To be fair, that is a very me thing to be like, ooh, workshop. Ooh. I did like his workshop. It was very fun. Because a lot of times I'll see like creatives and stuff, and they're like YouTube mini people, and they'll have these like big, expansive fucking like, yeah, I have so much real estate, so I made the biggest fucking workshop. It's got all the cameras. He's just got like a regular ass fucking little little place. Yeah, I was famous. I was like, wow, that's me. Let's go. It's me, the Halbernacht. Also, I don't know exactly how the shields went. All the shields had a divot. So my idea was that like you're supposed to just do it like this, and then just like no, like because they don't come with straps or anything, you're just like don't worry about it. Don't worry about the back of the hand. It's fine. Just like do like look away. This is arguably more Kya sensitive uwu than the Grundle Void. Is the bearer backhand that connects directly to the shield. Oh yeah, no, stop motion. Like it is legitimately a fucking titanic thing to do. But this guy just does basically a shitload of stop motion games. Like basically all of his games to some degree have some level of like stop motion to them. How you doing, Sasha? How you doing? Welcome. Currently painting some lads for a historical war game. It's going pretty good. Tired. Yeah, no, that's fair. That do be a mood. slept last night. I was up too late playing web fishing. This keeps happening. I actually really like web fishing. I'm playing as a cat guy. He's got like mischievous eyes and like a cool like full scientist setup. He's pretty cool. Pretty legit. I got the hold on, this is a very early picture I took of him, but I can show you. This is vaguely the way I'm looking. Get this. I'm definitely got to layer this another little bit because I can tell he's got a beard. Or mud myself. How many muds are still active these days? Hopefully, you don't have to dig super hard. Do I have the easy to grab version of my web fishing man? Okay, I got a cool lab coat and a cigarette since then. Behold, Halbernaut, the title only for people who caught the super duper rare golden bass. How you doing, sport? I got that on the first day I played. Yeah, it did actually feel pretty cool seeing me in that Judeo compilation. Oh, yeah, it's a great fucking title. It's an excellent title. Right here, along with the because I got to play Trench Crusade for the first time today. I'm very much huge Earthbound fan, excited to play it for the first time. At the very least, for the people who are like internet Earthbound fans who haven't played Earthbound, like you can play Earthbound a lot. Like it's been available more or less for like fucking decades at this point. It is the how you doing, cat? That was the fish game, yeah. I made a mischievous little cat. Fun. I'm such a weak I'm so weak for number go up. Like number go up is such an easy thing to make my neurons activate. I wish I wasn't this weak. But like legitimately the fact that it's got like a very smooth progression where it's like you get better rods, you get better qualities of fish, you get a little more cosmetic upgrades and fun other little things. It's got a very good progression system. On top of just being a chill game. So like I'm big hanging, I'm painting, not painting, I'm what's it called? I'm fishing. I guess in theory I could web fish and paint at the same time. I would have to stop painting way too much to actually do that though. It would not be worth it. Murals man. Oh, he really likes Earthbound then. I played Earthbound. I think I played a little bit of Earthbound like ages ago. Like I think everybody who enjoys video games has done this at once where you're like, I got an emulator. I have every video game. What will I play? A little bit of everything and then finish nothing and then go back to playing video games regular style. It was definitely a lot of that. Definitely a lot of that. I think that's when I last really gave it a go. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck color like the sword bolts. I'm very much base coding today. I do not have any belief that I'm gonna get any amount of done. That's fine. I think everyone does that. I think, to be fair, I think that's a very oh, hold on. I did not get the back edition. I think everybody does that to a certain degree, so I don't even think that's like a called out thing. I haven't played Earthbound proper in a while. Speaking about video, I gotta figure out what the fuck I want to do. What I want to do on Tuesday. I'm still hit by option paralysis. I don't think I'm gonna do Zomboid anymore. I enjoyed Zomboid. I had a lot of fun. Legit, I mean, to be fair, Nintendo, this is more of a Twitch thing. There is like a chat fishing game that a lot of I've seen some VTubers put that on there where it's just like as you stream, people can just be like ! fish. Like unironically, it is that kind of like thing. Which I've never been a big fan of, but like it's one of those things that like a lot of people apparently like because I've seen like have a decent amount of success. Game is dead. Rising. I've played Dead Rising in a hot minute, but yeah, no, I had a fun time with Zomboid, but I think I got all I need out of it for right now. So I'm just looking back at the list to figure out what I want to do. Also, yeah, how you doing, Horror Living? Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably what happened to me. I definitely got stuck at some point. I remember, like, I have a vague mental awareness of being stuck in Earthbound a little bit, but like I don't remember to like what degree I was. I don't really know. I could do like just doing these like little micro taps is something that I am aware I can do, and I still do it, but every now and then I sort of forget exactly. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a very nice painting technique. I think it's because I muscle memory other painting styles. Part of fun, true. As somebody who gets lost a lot, I don't enjoy those. Like, I don't need the glowing quest marker where it's like, you must go here and do these things in this order. I don't need that. I like to have a little bit more direction. Like, on the opposite end, I hate that kind of era of like, what do you gotta do? Talk to every NPC, and then maybe one of them will unlock a thing that you need to do to progress the quest. Mind you, that's mostly like not super common, but it's definitely more common in that era, and I hate that because in my infinite wisdom, I always miss the triggering NPC that will actually like activate shit. Well, actually, isn't that well? The thing is, what I consider different from Disco is because Disco is built with like a more like refined idea. If you get lost in Disco Elysium, you still find stuff. Like I don't consider wandering around Disco Elysium to be a penalty. Like if the couple of times I got lost, I went around, I picked up clues that were beneficial later, I would get experience, and eventually I would find myself back on the rails. Like, I would eventually find, like, I guess rails is a bit harsh. I mean, like, the story. Like, it was because the area was relatively contained. I couldn't get that far off. And there was a pretty nice, like, talk to a guy. They give me some clear indication of, like, who I need to talk to or what I need to look into. Or, like, if I need to go back and ask some, like, now that I have a bit more context, I can talk to people I've talked to before and maybe get a little bit more info out. I actually think Disco Elysium was put together very, very well. I really like Disco Elysium. I haven't updated my fucking like 9x9 chart in a hot minute, but I do believe Disco would be on there. Disco, Deus Ex, other games that I've big enjoyed recently-ish. Thinking, I feel like there's another one besides those two. Outer Wilds is pretty good. I don't know if I'd put that on my GOAT of all time games, but I did really enjoy Outer Wilds, to be fair. I did really, really enjoy that. And at some point I'll do the DLC, but I'm still gonna give that a little bit of breathing room before I go and tackle that. Yeah, I got some options. I'm kind of feeling like a older game too. I don't know. I'm feeling a little older game in my bones. It's also kind of weird. I don't think I'm gonna play it, but there's been a thing on Twitter where people are posting screenshots from an old Piglet game. Oh yeah, no, I know Deep Rock Galactic. I also think Deep Rock Galactic, I would need to play that as a group. And I'm iffy about streaming multiplayer games for the most part. If that makes any sense. Like that also might be something I'm missing from Zomboid. I had a lot of fun with Zomboid, but I have to imagine playing with people is fucking transcendent. Oh god, I do want to try the older Fallouts one of these days, but yeah, I absolutely feel like I'll get like hella lost. I can feel that in my bones. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe playing something retro. I think that might be kind of... I think I ended up basically getting like two guys with... Like, you do notice some like reused body shapes, but like, hey, check it out. Hold on. Like, there we go. Same pose, but yeah, the different heads and different arms at least makes them feel different. Top tier, but I hit the first two hit different. Oh, yeah. Oh, I imagine, like, because, like, from what I understand, like New Vegas is closer to them. But, like, you do get a lot more RPG options from what I remember about the other ones. Yeah. To me, like I said, I enjoyed Zomboid. I actually legitimately did, and I had some fun times with it. I do feel like if I was to stream it again without, like, maybe even I'd need to do some, like, research to get, like, real, get the sick guides and the plans and stuff like that. But, I don't know. I feel like streaming that additional day wouldn't really add much. Like, it would just sort of be a retread of the first two, which is why I'm looking for something different. But I did have a lot of fun. I actually do like Zomboid. It's got a lot of potential that I think would be pretty... I got to, like, add another layer of skin to all these. I actually do like these Vallejo skin colors. They're pretty legit. Yeah, I don't know. It's the funniest thing. A lot of my week is pre-planned because it's very easy for me to go like, all right, mini projects. I got so many. Let's go in the bucket. Video games I have a harder time picking. Oh, okay. They're gonna do. Maybe I'll wait till that big revamp. Then maybe I'll give that another go. That is something I could pop in every now and then. Just be like, fuck it, Zomboid stream today. I think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people like Zomboid. Like the funny thing, if we're going just pure. Also, how you doing, Angie? How you doing? I'm working on some historicals today. How you doing? I think if we're doing. Oh, that's all coming. How you doing? Welcome. I'm working on some my Anglo-Danes. How you doing, Cole? Yeah, yo, let's go. Oh, yeah. No, to be fair, I think for the most part, you basically need to drill out barrels anyway. But honestly, good for you. I found that even at my most jank, there's been times I've drilled barrels that look like I'm like, oh god, they're lopsided as shit. But like, I think they still look better than just like the flat hole. And usually you can do a little bit of tweaking afterwards to kind of get them looking a bit aight. It's not too bad. Yeah, enthusiasts would love to see how an online fighting game would go. Oh, like the like me playing a fighting game? Oh, Hey, I did play the Baki game. I did play the Baki game for my birthday. No, that was a mistake. I love Baki, and I knew that game was gonna be garbage, but dear God, that game was garbage. I think also because I was playing with an Xbox One controller, and that was like one of those fighting games is like you only can use the D-pad. I was actively in pain. I was actively in pain. Like, my finger hurt. I was like, oh, God, why is it like this? God. Well, definitely got to go back and redo, layer another bit on you. I'm thinking maybe going half green, half of these will be green arms and then green, there's like a little bottom stripe. I'll probably do one green, one red, and then one like red sleeve, green bottom, and another green sleeve, red bottom. You know, get like same colors, a little bit of variety. Yeah. Baki was like the last Kusoge I played in a hot minute. But oh shit, I was talking about the Piglet game. So apparently like there was like a Piglet PS2 game that has like Haunted Mansion sneaking segments, and on one hand, it was like generally like the mood was very weird because it is like a relatively like haunted looking house, and then you just got fucking Piglet's little squeaky ass just walking around. I think a lot of people are like, man, this game does horror and tension better than like for some reason when that happens, like I like Kirby. There are a lot of people that are like, guys, did you know that Kirby is also super duper grimdark and evil with like galaxy destroyers? And I get that. I'm aware of Kirby, but I hear that a lot and it makes me feel pain. Like I feel like those are the actually guys of Kirby, and I do not like that. It gets annoying. I have not looked at the kill team rules yet for them. I did see them at my shop and I was like, maybe, but I don't know. I'm also at the point where I need to, I'm actually at the point where I probably need to stop myself from getting into new war games. Even though Kill Team's not a new war game. I like, I gotta stop. I gotta find a cutoff point a little bit. Actually, I think I did buy some of the Dishonored. I played a little bit of one, actually. I played... Oh, I do have Dishonored 1. That's not a bad idea, actually. Huh. Let me double check on some stuff. Oh, it's not old enough to be retro. That's fine. But yeah, I might think about that. I might legitimately think about that. Oh yeah, I'm sure I could probably put together a kill team with what I got. It's fine. If I'm gonna be honest, if we're talking skirmish games these days, I am leaning way more towards Trench Crusade. I'm big riding the Trench Crusade wave at the moment. So like, kill team has to compete with that, and I don't think my interest is that split. Like effective one, so yeah, I mean it's like it is fun. It's like a fun little joke because Kirby is like objectively the most powerful Nintendo protag, basically, unless somebody has some like super deep lore where like Mario like punches out like God or whatever. But But I do hear a lot of that, like, did you know that Kirby's like real dark and also super powerful? Like I reflexively cringe when I hear that, because like there was a pretty big period of time where that would get brought up a lot. What was that like Kirby robot game, like Planet Robo whatever? There was like honestly, God, there's a Kirby mech game that's apparently really good that I just never got a chance to try. That's a game I can play too. I forget sometimes that I am just allowed just to play a video game, which is weird. I think it's because I do also tend to like, you know, I'm a tabletop guy. It's fun for me to do games that are kind of like roughly in that sphere, or like things that nerds would enjoy. Because to be fair, I am nerd that enjoys things that nerds enjoy. So a lot of options that appeal to people that like the kind of stuff I do also still appeals to me, to be fair. But I could just do a Kirby game as well. I could absolutely fucking play the fucking Kirby Planet like Robo whatever. That might be fun. But also, but yeah, not too much in Dishonored. So it sounds really tempting. I'll have to see. Yeah, I can do more. Well, it's like, I don't know. I'm at a point where like I do want to get partner at some point. Like I gotta be a little like, not cautious is the wrong word, but I gotta be a little smart with my choices of what I do. Which is why I'm like, not like, fuck it, we're playing Skies of Arcadia tomorrow. Oh yeah, no, I know. It's okay. I do not need the breakdown of the Plague Marine rules. I know they do poison stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, maybe Hovernox workshop. Maybe I'll think about it. I don't know. I could potential. Like I said, I'll have to think tomorrow. I'll have to do an analysis and the research. To figure out if I'm gonna host myself if I play Kirby or whatever. But you know, maybe I gotta stop thinking like that a bit. I don't go like super big on like the numbers, but like, you know, I want to try to do this a little smart. You know, get a little bit of pre-planning, a little bit of thought. This is like, because like VTubing is my hobby at the end of the day, and I do want to do good in my hobbies. Sometimes, so I gotta think about that. This is the kind of brainworms I sit on, which is like just overthinking ideas, brainworms, which is not the worst. I would much rather this version of brainworms than the Menhera brainworms a lot of VTubers have. They're like, my life is crumbling apart. Screams, nothing but screams. Nothing but screams. Hey, okay, I need to touch up this a little bit. I like the green on him. I'm going to eventually brighten this up to like a slight. I got me a newer green. I got me this Vallejo medium olive, because my other green was old and chunky and it was beginning to act weird. So I was like, okay, I'll just like I'll get me a newer green. I'm gonna go back to the Vallejo Nocturnal Red, because I love this. I love the dark reds from Vallejo. They're so good. They're so good. Oh yeah, Nintendo, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Because, oh god, yeah, I do have to imagine that like airbrushing is very good for getting that like. I forget, Cole, are you one of those people that you airbrush the trim color and then paint, like you do like gold and then you paint into blue, or are you doing blue and paint into gold? Either way, I imagine the trim would be definitely helped out a lot by an airbrush. Sure. I could see that being a huge pain. You bust out my airbrush. I have like a couple of things I need to airbrush that I've been just like sitting on a little bit. I've been sitting on a little bit. Like I still gotta do the glow effects on my Dornian Blood Angel and stuff like that. He's so close to being done. Like I really just need those like glowy talons and then gluing them on his base and painting the rim black, and that guy's ready to go. I have a lot of minis I want. I also like. I've been looking at some of like, so I took a little look at some of my stuff on Instagram for reasons. I actually forget why I was looking at my Instagram, but there's like a couple of older models I did that I actually do like the paint job of, but like, this is something that I struggled with until recently. I like dark, moody lighting. I think dark, moody lighting is Blanc. Blanc, I'm telling you, I do not need the play-by-play of the Kill Team rules. I got it. We all get it. Plague Marines do plague stuff. I get it. You do that is not gonna sell me on Kill Team, my guy. What's he doing with this? I am blanking where I was going with that. Oh, I do custom. Oh, okay, there we go. Gotta paint the trim color first. I think that's the sane way to do it. I think that is definitely the saner way to do it overall. What do I think about? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember what I was going for. Let me see. Yeah, let me get a little bit of the red around the bottom. But yeah, I really liked moody lighting. I really like moody lighting. And which was really cool. The problem is I actually like moody lighting to the point where I basically made the mini incredibly hard to read. Like, here, let me grab an example of that, because I actually saved some. Like, I was like, also some of these two were just a size thing. Like, I had some like older minis that like my older photography setup would just not do justice just due to pure size. There we go. Okay, here's one. So this is Saint Yndraste, whatever. She's the lady from the Dominion box. I did a kind of darker color scheme with her, and I've experimented with lighting. I've also been using Lightroom, like basically like photography, like professional photography touch-up tool. So like, I did this. Now, does this look pretty good? Yeah, it's a nice moody shot. Can you see anything in it? Like, barely. Like, it sets a scene. It sets a scene for sure. But I'm thinking now what I can do. I'm thinking what I can do now. Yeah, I mean, there's like other alternatives. It's so grimdark. I mean, it is very grimdark. But the thing is, now that I know how to use, like, if you ever, like, do you guys see the minis on the side, like in the rotator? Like, specifically, like, if you look at that guy, the Hell Knights from Treacherous Crusade, I use a lot brighter lights, and I use Lightroom. So I can still make them look, like, moody and, like, look good. But you can see detail. It's like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. So I actually do want to also go back and just like I said, I still like a lot of these minis. They turned out pretty good. You can definitely tell, like, if you look through the different eras of what I do. You can definitely look at the eras of what I do and see, like, oh, this was like when I was really into X thing. Grimdark Anglo-Danes. Well, yeah, actually. I am going to probably like get a little bit of grime and stuff on them. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight, and to what extent I want to grit them up, because I mean they are like dirty warriors. Like mind you, I know the whole, like, during this era, everyone being like a dirty like dirt monster. Little exaggeration, but, like, you know, I think they would look good with like a little bit of like battlefield wear and stuff like that. Carlisle. Like, I think I can grunge them up a little bit. It's also interesting because there is very much an art style at my shop when it comes to historicals. Like, I think like a lot of them do, like, the color schemes aren't bad, but there's definitely a lot of like flat colors, no real highlighting. Washes aren't super used. Maybe outside of like a what's it called, a Games Workshop Nuln Oil. If somebody uses that, that's a little spicy. That's actually something that I kind of noticed. Not that there aren't like really good historical mini painters. I find that the amount like it would take for you to like really stand out is actually like the bar's a lot lower, I think. Now, like, the Victrix dudes actually have like some really charmingly painted guys for their examples. Like, I can show you real quick what they look like. Right, like a little bit in the shoulder I gotta do. I think we also got ad break too. This will be fine. I'll use this as an opportunity to grab that. What do I want to do that? Do I just want to do red and then paint it there? Probably the way I do it. Sip. Aha, late Saxon jump scare, bitch. But like, so these schemes, these are good. Whoever does these actually legitimately does really good blending. But like, I don't think these are like super duper intimidating. Like, will I match the quality? Probably not. Can I get something that looks pretty good? Yeah, I like that. That is nice. I did not. To be fair, I went to the store, my local game store, and I did, what's it called? I did just get some minis from there. They like that place legitimately has a bunch of like historic, like it's a historical store. So I was like, that'd be nice, you know. I like to buy something whenever I go to any store, whether it's just like a paint or some minis. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got shout out my wonderful sponsor Squids. I did not get these from Squids, but a lot of the minis I do paint are Squids. It's hard to tell because of the layers of 3D printing, but these bodies are Squids bodies. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing the, like, they're dirty filth peasants all the time. But the way I see it, these guys are warriors and they're gonna be out fighting in the dirt and stuff. So I'm okay with grunging mine up a bit, you know? Like, I'm gonna have some, we're gonna get some nice reds on them. I think the reds will look pretty good. The reds will look pretty nice. And, but I will probably be using some various mini products to really kind of like gunk them up, you know? Yeah, they're on the warpath. They're also like, because they're like they're like half Viking kind of. They're like weird English Viking hybrids. So you get a little of the Viking kind of like, you know, like fuck it, we're out in the we're fighting. And I know Vikings were articulate, nice people. Yeah. Yeah, like it's one of those things. Like, you know, I'm got some historical prejudice for a lot of my like pop culture ideas and these, but yeah, it's fine. This is my warband. They're ready for blood. They're not ready for shower. They'll shower when they get home. They'll shower when they get home. Actually, there's also a funny thing about the whole like kind of like half Viking thing. The thing I really like. So I'm very much about your dudes. Hiking, if you will. Indeed, they are very much hikings. I'm really big on your dudes, but they do give you the option to run like a couple of like famous people from the era. Like I can run. I think it's Newt. C and UT. I've been told it's Newt. I can run Newt, and his thing is for people who don't know about Saga, the real big thing you can do is you get a battle board, and that really affects like what minis you can run. Not what ways you can, like, what your special abilities are. Newt. But, Newt's special, like, super duper cool historical thing is, hey, if you're running him, you can swap between the Viking board and the Anglo-Danes board, which I have not played enough Saga to know how good that is, potentially. Like, the Saga's interesting in that it's a crazy ability. I don't know how well I would be able to use it, but for like legitimately. So the big thing about Saga, which is neat, is it is very much an ability of like game of like knowing your abilities and knowing what your opponent's abilities do. Like the battle board is so important. Yeah, it's like a lot of the mistakes I was learning about like how my army ran during the first couple of test games were like really like, if I've only played once. When I play it again, oh yeah, I'm just doing like little big brushing, you know, as one does. Like just like I think even like the local guy who was sort of like, I am the Saga like rep here, and he's like, you should probably just play the first battle board like maybe like 5 or 6 times to even like get a grip of the game and like really let the nuances get out before you start swapping. Which is also why I'm never probably gonna run Newt anytime soon. Yeah. But like even like it's really neat because like after I did my game, I went home and I sat and thought about it. How you doing, Pig? Yeah, you're hell late for the first. But how you doing though? How you doing? Working on the lads. They're going pretty good. Got like an hour and a half done, so I'm not getting crazy progress. On one hand, I have a lot of minis that I finished up recently, but also like my last squad did not get done. Oh god. Mistakes have been made. I still have a bunch of like Primaris Inferno Squad dudes. So those guys are very much like, if I feel the mood to paint them. Maybe I just gotta move them off my desk so they're like less like taking up my eyesight. But yeah, I figure overall I'm very much just gonna be like, I'm gonna grim mine up because that's just what I like to do for mini painting, and that's fine. I think dirty warriors is not probably the biggest sin. I think it'll also make them look good. I don't know if this is heretical. I will eventually be clipping these bases. I'm going to put them on rounds. I also say just like a lot of people just like glue them directly on top of bases and they look weird. I don't know. There's like I get the idea of like hey, these come out of a bag, so they don't have any basing to start with. But yeah, I like hollow bases just for really for magnetization is sort of the big deal. Like I have a fine collection of bases for the lads ready to go. And they are magnetized. But like for right now, these are okay for gripping. How are you doing, Bunny? How you doing? Heretical, no hard mode on it. Well, the thing is, I actually don't think it's going to be that hard mode because I also want to... goddamn, fucking magnet puns, really? Like, I do want to jazz up the bases. I want to do like a little bit of, I think I got some greens, I got some grass. A long time ago, legitimately Squids was like, hey, Hal, here's your order. Also, I sent you some free grass. And I've not really used a whole lot of it because as you see, I don't really play like armies that frolic in grass. But now I do, and that bag is going to be perfect. You're drawn to them. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like, for me, it's just that, like, you either deal with them by, like, cutting them off or putting stuff on top, but there's always that kind of, like, lump footprint that I'm not super big on. But, like, I do see a lot of people at my shop, like, even though guys who have, like, mostly painted armies, they just have, like, the painted mini, a plain base, and they just glue the pill base onto them. And I'm like, I get what you're going for. I'm not a fan, but I get what you're doing. I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm doing one green, one red, and then one green sleeves with red pants, and then red pants with green sleeve. Oh god. Fucking magnets, how do they work? Hot minute. Not that I'm like listening to ICP very much, but I definitely remember when the fucking like when the Miracle song became a meme. Because like it's a bizarre song because it's just like the lyrics where they're talking about that they don't trust scientists because they ruin the magic of nature. As like two hip-hop clowns in face paint rap at you about miracles. And then you see like their kids come out and then their kids are in full makeup. And like I think weirdly enough, I think people have like kind of like softened to Insane Clown Posse, which is a weird statement to say. Like now I think they're kind of considered like a quirky relic of the era, but I remember there was kind of like along like during that time where they were a bit more like what the fuck are these weirdos doing. I think it's just because like weirdness on the internet has been kind of like normalized a little bit and like or it's like both normalized and also like very different now. So the idea of a bunch of just like weirdos it's like a bunch of weirdos getting together and putting on clown face paint and like talking about like fucking like dark carnivals and shit. Because I think like a lot of juggles were kind of like weird, kind of like grody people, but a lot of them were on the internet. There was a Juggalo dating website that I think has been dead for a while. I'm pretty sure. I think it was just called like Juggadate or like something like that. I just realized keep forgetting that there's like that little metal bit. I figure what color I want to do the hair too. I got a couple different ones. Yeah, my internet service provider is lame. I do agree. Actually, can I be honest? I very rarely have ISP issues. Mind you, it's because I'm using like Verizon Fios. I'm not like sponsored or anything, but like it's been nice. My download and upload speeds are good. I don't get randomly cut off. I feel bad. There are legitimately some incredibly talented, passionate VTubers that are like really skilled at what they do, and they're trying really hard. And then some weeks their ISP's like, nope, eat shit. You know all that cool stuff you plan on doing? Fuck you, arbitrary ISP issues. Was it working fine a couple of weeks ago? Did we help you fix an issue a couple of weeks ago that's been fucked since then? Too bad. Eat shit, VTuber. Or yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I wonder if it's let's see. Juggalo dating site. Google Squeak. There we go. Juggalove. Is Juggalove still okay? Oh, you can tell where like there's a fucking like video essay on the opening page of Google. It says that there was 59 members, but also the last news was from 2008. So I don't think it's active. How's how you doing, Awa? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Croco? How you doing? How you doing? We're looking up Juggalo dating websites while I'm painting some minis. Warhammer lore. Oh shit! Oh, am I getting YouTube right in? How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle variety. I'm mostly on Twitch, but I dual stream to YouTube. I got some word bears on my desk. And how's it doing, Demon Warrior and Luminous Dave? Hello, hello, hello. What's how do? I paint rats. Yeah, actually, if you want to see some minis I've painted, like if you want to see like my good rat. How you doing, Black Dragon? How you doing? Like, here's a good rat I did. This is my my Scaventide, like my warp blaster thing. I could never exactly remember the name of that model. And also, I'm big into Trench Crusade. Also, Awaz. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Hey, I'm glad you like stuff. I'm glad you like my models. Thank you. Hello, your name. Hello, I swallow cum. I know what your plan is. And I don't give a fuck. Once again, Mama didn't raise a bitch. I'll say a username for the most part. If it would get me like exploded for like gamer words, then no. But otherwise, whatever. How you doing, Mr. Mystery? But yeah, I've been big on Trench Crusade. I really like Turnip 28. I paint Warhammer models. I know how you doing, Desktop Turtle. Today I am working on some historical models. Actually, these are the Anglo-Danes, late Saxons from Victrix. They are going to be used for a war game called Saga, which is what. The guy's name is amazing. Jay says your name is amazing. Ice. If you guys would actually like to see my fully painted models. Oh yeah, that was my Pepper. That's Pepper Howl, and then also my Padaru Howl, because you know it is the season of the great beast Mariah Carey awakens from her slumber. But yeah, so yeah, I'm working on some historical guys. Hopefully, well, I heard Warhammer lore stuff. That seemed to be what's going on there. Well, hopefully that went pretty well. Hey, no, there's Pepper. Oh, okay, so then you used the curse mask. I see how it is. All right, we got the curse mask redeemed. That's fine. It's okay. The weak will leave and the strong will flourish. From paint time, I think actually not really. No, hand cramps aren't really the thing. Usually for longer painting, it's more like brain fatigue. My longest mini painting I do is like 6 hours on stream on Wednesdays. I do a bit of a shorter 2.5 hour on Sundays, and then sometimes I'll paint on Saturdays for 4 hours. And yeah, I was matching my model. Oh yeah. If you look, my Padaru, it speaks. There we go. I can still communicate. I can still communicate through the through the Pepper Howl. If you guys suddenly see the terrible cursed mask, that was a redeem on the Twitch side. So you're welcome. All my wonderful viewers on Twitch are saying hi. But yeah, I got that Padaru was from like a couple years ago. It's luckily, even though like my model has upgraded since then, I think Padaru Howl is still relatively evergreen, so it's not too bad. It's not that bad. A lot of it. It's like any other skill where there's like it builds after a bit. We got this guy, so we're very, very, very early on. Potty on Twitch said that all the YouTube people are cute. I agree. I like how I didn't say that like ooh you're cute. I just like danger is there. But yeah, I still do. I've been big. I prefer to play indie war games, but I do like painting Warhams. I don't know what Warhammer I'm going to be painting next week because I got this heavy weapon squad, but they're like I mostly need just to do a little like touch-ups. I do got this guy. This guy is a fun kit bash I've been doing of like a Mark V real chunky boy. Once if annoying orange, you're welcome, I guess. Think about painting Smoke. If somebody fucking donates the money for me to get Smoke, I'll paint him. Otherwise, that is not happening. Wait, I got the wrong... Oh, yeah. I was like, what am I doing? Like what color am I going for? It's like, oh yeah, I want to get the backs of the shields real. It's like wood colored out of 10. But I will be under your bed tonight. Good. You get have all the chips that are back there. That's not true. I don't eat chips in bed. I actually don't eat in bed at all, actually. So you'll see. Oh, there we go. I could just put smoke on my throat and be like, yo, here you go. Because I would do that. I would. The tricky thing is he's so big that I also do feel like I would need to airbrush this. I would need to airbrush at least the red. I think everything else I could kind of do a bit more freestyle. My favorite mini, it's really I have a hard time thinking about that. Probably one of my Chaos Knights. I do really like Chaos Knights. They're very, very fun models. Chaos Knights are good. Mortarion is just such a good model. Love the Mortarion model. Like, it's a beautiful model, and it was also the first model that I got from my sponsor, Squids, which, hey, if you guys like Warhammer, but you hate that Warhammer costs more than a townhouse, you should check out my sponsor. Get some discounts. His stuff is cheaper than retail anyway, so like you'll save money even if you don't use my code. Squids does not pay me to shill him like that. I enjoy shilling Squids. He's a legitimately very. You guys support your local game stores, you know. It's just that through the power of the internet, his local is in Florida, and I do not live in Florida, I don't live in Florida. If I did, I feel like it'd be easier to do meet and greet. Fucking live in Florida. Like Florida and Australia, and I don't know if that's just like something about that. Oh shit, I missed someone. Thank you for the subscription. Someone on YouTube who I just missed. I'm sorry. Oh, Desktop Turtle. Hey, there we go. I can use. Hey, look at that YouTube delay being good. That's how you doing, Daniel? How you doing? Let's see. What's it called? I do a bunch of different armies. If we're talking about mine that I enjoy, Trench Crusade, it's Black Grail. Turnip is just turnip stuff. Death Guard and Chaos Knights for 40k. Word Bearers for Horus Heresy. Magakin and Skaven for Age of Sigmar. Anglo-Danes for Saga, which is what I'm painting right now. You know, just a bunch of stuff. Discount towards the shill. It's fun. It's fun to shill. It's fun to shill. Prime before painting. Generally, yes. Primer helps the paint stick to your model. Some people paint directly on the plastic, but I don't think I, in good conscience, could recommend doing that. I would recommend don't get Games Workshop primer. It's usually not great. Look for like Army Painter or Vallejo. Either one of those would be better. But like if you only have access to Games Workshop stuff, it's not the worst. It's just overpriced for what it is, and I think they're white price. I got into this in college because I was playing a war game called War Machine, which is alive, but my faction no longer exists. They did like a big revamp because various circumstances. A lot of war game. Listen, Games Workshop is not run very well as a company. That's not unique to them. It's just a game. It's just that Games Workshop has a bigger war chest than all these other companies. So when Games Workshop makes an oopsie boo boo, people just get angry at them. When Privateer Press does, they nearly die. This one does. Well, I got back in this in like 2011, and it was a lot of fun, and I've been just kind of a mini person ever since. I took a big break, though. I did like War Machine for like 2011 and 2012, maybe a bit 2013. I forget exactly how long. I want to say 2012 was roughly around that time. But then I ended up moving, and then like a lot of my local group moved and stuff like that. And I didn't play minis for any amount of time. I got back into mini painting during COVID, like a lot of people. Well, I actually got back into before COVID, like early 2019. But then definitely painting was a thing I did a lot during the pandemic. And hey, I decided to become a VTuber so I'd be more consistent mini painting. As one does. I shrank. Did I shrink? I don't think so, no. I'm still a relative tall lad. But that's how I got into it. How do you begin? Varies. I became, oh god damn it, you're doing puns too. No. Cease. I forgot to paint his hand. I'll fix that later. How to start? There's a couple of different options. Depends. Are you looking to start Warhammer? Like, do you want to play a Warhammer game? Are you looking at just minis in general? Do you have access to a 3D printer? because that changes things pretty radically. If you just want to paint, picking up some army painter paints, and then getting some 3D printed models off of Etsy is probably the cheapest way to go. It's a very low commitment way. You could just get like a couple of models for like $5 each, paint them, and then just see if you like it. See if you like it. Didn't get the back of the neck. But I'll have to wait for the hand to dry, but I can at least get a little bit of back of the neck. Slow capitalist. Fucking pun. My viewers have been incredibly pun pilled. So if everyone new coming, it's like, what the fuck are with these puns? Don't worry, that's pretty simple. Got a bit of the skin where I didn't want the skin. Luckily, I had most of it off. I'll probably have to go back with some metal later. Not the worst. Not the worst. But yeah, that's how I got in. That's how I would generally recommend getting in. There's a lot of different ways in the hobby, but the thing is, the reason I specify is because like some people are interested in mini painting, and some people are interested in Warhammer. They want Warhammer. They want to play Warhammer games. They read the Warhammer books, and I get it to a certain degree. I do enjoy indie war games. Like I'm really big on Trench Crusade, which is a really, really cool game that, hey, I think the Kickstarter's still up. Actually, legitimately don't know if the Trench Crusade Kickstarter. But yeah, for people, the rules are free though, which is really, really cool. The setting's really neat. The game is really fun. I don't believe I have the copy for that on the YouTube side, so I'll paste that there. And then yeah, let me link the Kickstarter. Once again, I'm not affiliated with the Kickstarter. But that's really cool. Kickstarter. I just typed in Kickstarter.com. How did I do that? There we go. This is I think it's a very neat game. I don't know like if it'll be super new person friendly, but I still think would be worth looking into. Especially because a lot of models are pretty banging, and you can get printed versions sent to you as well, which is an option. Oh yeah. If it's that high, I think it's definitely hitting 3 mil. Definitely hitting 3 mil. I feel that. 3 mil seems to be pretty common. Like, cause like that's like I've done enough Kickstarters where it's like you get a lot of initial interest. It kind of dials down in the middle because people are like still thinking about it. Like, cause like there's people who are like, yes, I've been waiting for this, let's go. I also realized I need to paint metal around like that central bit, but that's fine. And then at the very, very end, you get the people. Also, because to be fair, this is a smart move for Kickstarters. Is just wait closer to the end for like rewards and stuff. Like all the bonus features, do you sit and wait for stretch goals, or do you just go ham? I went about halfway through on that one though, because like I knew vaguely what I wanted, and they added a little bit extra with the with the multi-part kits, which I'm very excited about. I did pick those up because I will absolutely be using a buckload of kit bashes. Oh, also. So I had not looked at the newest version of rules, and they included Prussia in there for New Antioch, and I was like, I would like to have a new Antioch warband. The Prussia subfaction is really wild. Here's what they do: grenades. You get more fire teams, so you got more guys who could coordinate. You got longer grenade range. And you get a lot more shock troops. You don't get like the cool big mechanized infantry a lot of New Antioch is known for, and you get like less like machine guns and stuff. But you do get a bunch of guys who could like swarm, throw grenades, and engage in melee. And they'll like, maybe they'll die. Who knows? You might fuck some shit up. This is Doobie booming. It's very funny because if you read their lore, they're like, they have incredibly high casualty rate. But they still also only go for the best of the best. Like we only recruit into the special Prussian unit, like super athletes who have no partners or children or anything. People who are ready to fucking die for Christianity via suicidal grenade charge. I'm like, fuck yeah. Honestly, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm basically, yeah, they basically are getting like sprinters and baseball players, giving them military training, grenades, and they're like, all right, you see that horrible hell beast? Throw a grenade at it. Throw a fucking incendiary grenade at it, and I'm here for it. It does seem like I was actually legitimately surprised. It sounded early on in my local scene that everybody was going to go like some version of Heretic, and I was like, oh, well, I guess. I actually don't know if they have a Holy Hand Grenade equivalent. That I would have to look at. But yeah, I thought everyone was gonna go some version of Heretic, so I was like, oh man. Oh, I didn't do. Oh fuck! I never got green on this guy's thing. I'll have to get that in a sec. But it turns out a lot of people have actually been. A lot of people have actually decided that they like New Antioch, which is surprising. It's kind of been like a big 180 turn. So as far as I can tell, no one else in the group has been super interested in the Black Grail. So I'm like, ooh, look at me. I get to play my lads and be a special snowflake. Oh, let's go. That is a special stuff, and maybe there's 6 factions, and you get like sub factions which do change things a lot. But overall, 6 factions, in a big enough group, you'll get overlap. So I was expecting some overlap. I was expecting some overlap to be fair, but no, we do got a pretty decent distribution. We got like one guy who's ride or die for the Sultanate. We got all these like New Antioch people. I think there's also like, it's like New Antioch and like the what's it called, the Heretic Legion seem to be like the most popular, and what just gets generally mentioned on there. I don't think anyone else has mentioned the like the court, which is like the full demon body horror, like using magic and stuff action. To be fair, I think Sultanate's one of those ones that, because like the initial pitch is like the forces of Christendom versus demons, so it's like, not that they're definitely a big part of the setting, but like when you hear the initial pitch, you don't super get the Sultanate. But as you read into them, they do look really cool. I think eventually I will have a warband for every faction, and I really like the Sultanate's like build your own horrible homunculus rules, where it's just like, yeah, you get a customizable body horror freak that you can build. Like you basically, I think, give up like assassins and a bunch of other stuff, but like, hey, that's fine. That's okay. If I get to make a meat monster. Yeah, right now the only ones I actually have are Trench Pilgrims, which is a very scattershot group, and then the Grail, which is like my actual, like I have basically everything in the Grail minus the Amalgam, which it was funny. So like I forgot that the Dimolus had Amalgam, and I was like, aha, I have everything I need for the Black Grail. Realized that I didn't, printed something real quick, but then when I got to the shop, I was like, oh, hey, I could just run. You guys remember the Rocket Hand? That guy. He was meant for Turnip 28. He still is. But I was like, he's the right base size. He looks appropriately freaky. So I decided to run him, and people really like that model. Whenever I've shown anyone that model, they're like, I love him. I love Fucked Up Hand. I love the Fucked Up Hand. You should tell the Fucked Up Hand that I love it, and it needs to know. Fuck yeah, let's go. It is a very metal Build-A-Bear, yeah. Because like you can give it like access to like big weapons or like flights, or you can make a really agile, dodgy thing. I think overall, I would probably just do one gigantic meat monster. I think there are people that have theory craft like what is the quote unquote best one, but like that's whatever. People will do that anyway. Well, I'm mostly just enjoying the fact that, like, yeah, I also think it'd be a very, very fun project. Like, I think maybe, so I'm still thinking about the idea on Saturday. I'm going to do probably How Do Trench Crusade the stream. I've done one back in, like, 1.2. It's a very different game now. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I think as part of that, I might try to look at those rules for how to build your, how to build a homunculus. And then I might show you guys the options and let you guys pick a couple, and then maybe I could try to 3D print a model that would work for that. So that might be fun. That could be a neat thing. Put on there. I feel like enough, like, bottom of the hood. Bottom of that hood. Yeah. Once again, these guys are still pretty far along. They're shaping up pretty nice. Like, definitely need to get, like, I'm thinking all the trim will be, and, like, the leather will just be, like, this, like, leather brown I got. Do the rest of the streaming, away from the stream. Well, hopefully it's a good weep? I don't know how that would work. Well, hopefully whatever's making you weep is a temporary measure, and the cry will help you out. But yeah, otherwise, Pig, have yourself a good night, and take it easy, yo. So on Monday, I don't know. I'm curious. I forget if my magic group is going to be meeting up tomorrow. My decks. This has my decks are like very stratified. Like I haven't had to upgrade anything for a while. They did release this like Magic has been leaning a lot more into anime card art, which I know a lot of people dislike, but a lot of their art's been pretty bad. So I'm kind of like, whatever. They did release like a really nice Rakdos Aristocrats Vampire Lady. I'm like, oh, that actually fit really good in one very specific deck I have. So, thinking. How you doing, Geeky Ghost? How you doing? I'm painting some historicals today. I am painting some historical lads, and it's going pretty good. A lot of trim and other things I gotta deal with. But yeah. Hopefully you're having a good time. Also, I have to figure out what color I want to do the actual sword hilts. Like, a lot of times I'll do kind of like a bronze or whatever, but I actually don't know what the, like, I should... Oh yeah, the example. What are they? Okay, it's basically kind of like a dirty gold. Okay, I can make that work. How you doing, Ponderbox? I mean, historicals are really cheap. I legitimately got a bag that has like 60 models, like basically an entire Saga warband in one bag. It's kind of insane. Like in terms of like these are not like the most complicated, wild, hyper detailed models. But I also think in the age of like Games Workshop, like everything has like a bajillion details. I think this is like they're very cozy. You get a lot of bits. Well, thank you. He's still very early on in the process, but I'm glad you think he looks great. Rear of the... That's a mask, and that's definitely the wrong. There we go. Seems like the Adeptus Mechanicus have in common. Oh, they're fucking nuts. Hey. I feel like that's probably that's still probably the most relatively PG like fucking nuts thing. Like I think the version of that joke I know is like why does Confucius say not to stick your dick in peanut butter? It's like because you'll be fucking nuts, something like that. Like, hey, it's all good. It's okay. It's I know. Weekends especially because it's like it is. I do like painting like on Sunday night because you know it's like it's the last day before the work week starts. You get a nice bit of chill. But I also understand people got pop out before that. And yeah, honestly, Pondermox, if you have a scene or just like if you just want to like, I think you could do worse than getting a Victrix bag of minis for like They also have some bags that have like straight up like for $30 that have a lot less in there. But like if you're just dipping your toes in, I don't think that would be that big of an issue. That's how you doing, Hellman? He's fucking hot. I'm not surprised by that news, based on everything I know about you, Hellman. But I'm glad you're having fun. Hell yeah. Veterans Day in Burgerland. The guild doesn't give me Veterans Day off. I get some holidays. The guild will just be like, yo, okay, here's I can get the big one. I can get the big holidays, but I don't even get like a lot of them. You need help. I don't think I can help you. You are lost, and I do not know if I can give you on this. Making OCs that you want to kiss is the route is the path to the dark side. Let it flow through you. I was trying to do like a Palpatine voice, immediately fucked up, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to do that. Some of your Pentium squad, yeah, let's go. That's legitimately considering how like Sisters of Battle are. That's a legit thing. That's a legit impressive achievement. Yeah, just like recursive shrinks, 100%. I use this charred brown, I think, for like a lot of the little trim bits and whatever. We'll see how this goes. It'd be a little brighter than the notes. I also very, very dearly need to clean the ever-loving fuck out of a lot of my brushes. A lot of my brushes are beginning to acquire the gunk. I can just... There we go. Oh, that's a good look. Okay, yeah, that's a good leather color. Probably need to go a little bit more. How you doing, Queek? How you doing? Welcome. I'm working on historicals today. I'm big filled with history. I'm actually curious. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to play Saga again. I think it's gonna be a month, so I'm hoping I can at least get like my game plan for that is if I can at least get 8 of these dudes ready to go. Be like, yo, I painted some Saga minis. Oh, my warlord. My warlord will need painted too, but he's the what's it called? He's Great John from the Song of Ice and Fire game. Everybody really liked him actually. Like I assumed that when I was gonna roll up with a bunch of Stark models, people were gonna be like, "Yo, how? What the fuck?" But legitimately, I think all the people were like, "I really like your warlord. He's a big boy." Like, thank you. Because the Anglo-Danes have the special ability to turn their warlord into a fucking meat grinder blender. It's really legit. Yeah, it's hello everybody. It's I, John History. How you doing, Mark Hiramp? How you doing, Mark? How you doing? Unfortunately, I do not speak German. Well, hopefully whatever you said is good. How's it going, though? How's it going? Let's find. Let's do a little Googling real quick. Let's do a little investigative. Let's do a little investigating. How's my good friend Deep? Oh, look. Alright. Make a kite. Oh, like a kite shield? Oh, probably. The shield. I want to definitely like do a bit more research into what the fronts of the shields are supposed to look like. So I'm imagining I'm probably going to keep the shield pretty plain, or at least for tonight. I do not believe I'm gonna finish these. I also, there's part of me that like is make a kite like an insult. I don't know. I do have kite shields, so it might not be those. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Oh, make a dragon. Oh, okay. Glad someone knows German because I don't. Once again, my name is just Elvish. It just happens to look German, so I get confused for being German a lot, which is fine. I just feel bad because I don't speak it. Honestly, it's a dragon on a shield would be pretty banging. I know, like, it's either like doing a lot of solid colors or doing like a nice fun heraldry thing. I don't know which version I'm going for. It'll be thin line at the very bottom. Did this early, like this bottom line a bit earlier, but that's fine. That's also one of those things that like once I find like the good order, like maybe next time I'll paint this brown first and then I paint the metal around it. Yeah, that might make it a lot more smooth. That might give me some. Certainly not gonna fly. It's not. Still don't speak German. Let me do. I see cool, so I'm hoping that means I am legit. Oh, if I can make a dragon on it, I will see. I will see maybe. I don't dislike the idea of putting a dragon on a shield. That would be pretty banging. My freehanding skills are not there. That's really the big thing. Is I would like to get better at freehanding. I know you can get transfers for the shields. I don't know if I want to do those though. Like I said, I might try to freehand shields and hope for the best. Also, something that I greatly enjoy. How you doing, Fred? Welcome. You doing? Hi, and bye. Check out these historical dudes I'm working on. I do like the idea that I'm listening to like really like probably trashy anime music while I'm working on some like historical models. I've always enjoyed it for like when I'm painting like horrible, gross Nurgle models where it's just like, yeah, it's like fucking Hina while I'm working on just like some like absolute fucking like hideous throbbing plague beast. And it's like basically the same idea here. I don't know if that's true. Like I would not be surprised if there are history nerds, but I know a lot of history nerds that would recoil at the sight of anime. But I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I could do this ring like that, get the edge, and then eventually go back with the. Not too bad. I'm so kawaii desune. There we go. You know, okay, yeah. The funny thing is, I actually do think that war history, like, I imagine if I went to the historical shop and talked about weeb shit, they're not gonna super be jazzed. But it does seem to be relatively true for like a lot of like war people, I guess. I don't know. It's the thing is really funny. The internet's a silly place. Hey, I was originally like, I need to paint these like innards like black, but oh god, that got too far. Yeah, look at them. The lad. What do I do? The neck. Neck roughly the same like thing, I guess. thank you, nobody. Thank you for that. I appreciate that you know German. Alas is the only other language I know is legit unironically Japanese, but my Japanese has gotten so bad from years and years like not using it. I used to have an okay like I don't know if I would say if I was ever at a conversational level of Japanese, but I did used to be a lot better at that language. Never got around to trying. From what I see, the tank kits are like relatively cheap. Like there are some like bigger, like I think a lot of tank kits seem to be like basically Gunpla price. I mean, Tamiya does some tanks as well, to be fair. But yeah, if it's a time thing, I totally get it. But yeah, luckily they don't seem too bad. Yeah, that's really the big thing. Like Japanese is a very like use it or lose it language. Luckily, I mean, I still retain like hiragana and katakana. Sentence structure is actually like pretty consistent, so that will stay in my head. Like I can do like te form and shit, but like a lot of kanji and whatnot has fallen out. I'll have to touch that up a little later. That's fine. Then oh yeah, I gotta get the shoes. I gotta get the shoes. I think I'm gonna do a lot of. I think the pants I'm gonna mostly keep like grays and browns, maybe. Something like that. That's the nice thing. I'm keeping the shirt colors relatively consistent. Keeping the shirt colors relatively consistent, but I think the pants I can kind of do like roughly kind of stuff like that. These are meant for a war game called Saga, which I really like. It was originally like a Viking battle game, but it's kind of expanded to different eras. Like there's like a Crusades era one. There is a like Alexander the Great era. They actually are now releasing a like well, I forget. It's called Age of Chivalry. You know, it's a typical sort of like medieval Europe, got all the knights and bullshit you would want. I think that's gonna be cool. I'm curious how the Saga scene is going to take it for that. But yeah, I have played Saga before. A couple, like basically not this weekend, but last weekend, and I had a lot of fun. I was using some proxy models from the Song of Ice and Fire range, and because I liked it, I picked up a Victrix bag while I was there. And I was like, yeah, I'll paint a little bit of them today. I don't know how regular I'm going to continue to paint these. Like, is this going to be a little every now and then treat, or am I going to make this like a regular thing? That I don't know. I do like these minis. They're not too bad. This has kind of got the same thing that I was feeling with the Lord of the Rings minis because of like they have not been hit by scale creep, so there's like a little bit of detail work that I need to get a little better at hitting up, but otherwise they're pretty good. They are very charming though. They also give you so many fucking options. Like I don't know. Like I showed the sprues earlier. Like you get like a bunch of different, like you get like 4 different heads. That's part of the hood. 4 heads there. You got like, what's it called? You get 7 heads there for the body that has like a free head on it. Then you got these ones that are just like fixed heads, but like you get like 4 little like different helmets. You get some more heads. You get a bunch of spears. You get a bunch of shields. Like a very multi-part kit. So like to a certain degree, they are going to look like not that different from each other, but like enough. Like you could, I think I could basically run a big stack and not have everyone be 100% identical. Like even if I start getting like face repeat, like be like, okay, I could switch up like the pose I use for the sword arm. I could maybe do different besides hair color. Oh yeah, I can do that. There we go. Here's this. And then for people on YouTube, I use like a royalty-free song just so I don't get bopped. But if you'd like to listen to what the Twitch sites listen to, it's Yuka Nagase. I really like Yuka a lot. Yuka's a very funny lady. Basically what she does, she chases pigeons in Japan. She chases pigeons. She eats basically nothing but German fried potatoes. She legitimately will post like how often she's making German fried potatoes, which is a lot. And then she makes banging music. She is a machine that takes German fried potatoes and converts it into sick jams. It's really funny. It's really, really funny, just like the way she lives her life. Like good for her. Like they're like, I guess the pigeons in Japan are really chill. She's just like walking by this pigeon, like, hi pigeon. Or I don't know exactly what she's saying. Once again, my Japanese has faltered a lot. She's just like talking to this pigeon as she's just kind of walking behind it, chasing it around. She's not going like I think the reason why it's not running is because she's not like sprinting after this goddamn bird. She's just like, she's just like following it, talking. I'd like to see her in concert one of these days. I don't know if she actually tours outside Japan though. A lot more Japanese artists are touring outside Japan, which is really, really cool. Still pretty rare though. Talking to poor pigeons. Does she have the tism? I'm not gonna say yes, because I don't know if I have like any real right to accuse her of that. I'm gonna say the girl has hobbies. She's got hobbies. I paint minis, she chases pigeons. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. She's got a successful music career and I don't, so clearly whatever she's doing is right. Like, clearly her lifestyle has panned out in her success. I mean, maybe. I've not seen her in an interview either. Yeah. Yeah. The 40K. Yeah, oh, no, that's fair, yeah. I mean, it's also one of those things, too, like when, like, there's internet autism and actual autism, so I don't know. You don't have to be mentally well to get... To be fair, I think there's very few just, like a lot of musicians have a little bit of something going on, but if it's just chasing pigeons, it's not the worst. Hey, it's all good. It's okay. I unfortunately do not speak German, but it's fine. It's all good. You seem chill. As long as you just like watching me paint minis, it's good. You think we were, relatively speaking, can I once again say to your defense, even though you guys are a bunch of self-deprecating fucks, I think you guys are a relatively like sane and well-behaved VTubing audience in a way that I'm extremely thankful for, because there's a lot of VTubers who don't got that. And I do. So once again, I know you guys, it's fun to self-deprecate because we're all funny people on the internet, but I think legitimately you guys are pretty well-adjusted and nice people. I'll post feet and never. Told me to fit in. Ah, gotcha. Well, just you can. I can't answer any German, but like if you just want to watch, it's fine. I just want you to know I just won't be able to do anything. Oh, okay. If you're translating, that's fine. That's fine. If you want to use like translation stuff, like I see what you're doing. What the heck is going on? Hey, it's fine. Speaking of bad fans, I know that was a joke. I mean, there are like feet fiends out there that definitely like the VTuber stuff. I feel like if you're into feet, I feel like VTubing is not a great medium. Like this is the medium where a lot of feet are generally hidden. I'm sure there are some like, we're at the point where there's just so much like, hyper special. I think like we're beginning to see more and more specialized VTubers as the years go on, because we're way past that, like, like where being a VTuber was enough and now you gotta have a niche, or like a hook is also a good option. So I would not be surprised if there is stuff like that. Hey, no, you're fine. You're fine, Mark. You're okay. You're all good. Don't feel bad. It's mostly like I just don't. Your whatever you're doing to translate is doing great. Thumbs up. So you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Do not worry. Do not worry. The foot friends are somewhat the least weird. That's strange. I guess they keep to themselves, to be fair, though. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, there are like, I don't remember the name. Actually, there's like one. There was this like donut cow VTuber that I got linked once. It's kind of like, look at this stuff. I'm like, huh. That like her gimmick was that you would feed her a donut and she would get bigger, like that. That was a thing. That was explicitly a fetish. That's like one of those things that like whenever like you're like, oh, you can't show pornography, and then they're like, oh, camera froze. Okay, this is fine though. It's all good, Fred. So check this out though. I think I fixed the issue. Camera freezing, I think, will just happen. I think camera freezing will just kind of always happen, just the way the cameras work. But hey, I can fix it much quicker now. Okay, it no longer locks up. I know you're fine, Mark. You're fine. Just like, you know, just like common sense and whatnot. You'll be fine. Do something with a foot. Fucking dork. That's. No, you're doing. Oh, you're whatever trends they're using is very polite. It's very polite. You are totally fine. Do not worry. How you doing? How you doing, D? We're just working on some minis. These are Victrix historical, like late Saxons, Anglo-Danes, and I am just working on them, doing some base codes, nothing too wild. A nice chill Sunday stream. I got my little warriors. They got their shields. Not gonna do that. Shields are definitely not gonna be worked on today. My game plan is to get most of everything else done. And then, attempt to work on the shield. Especially because I think I saw some, like, guides for how to do, like, good shield freehanding, which I wanna mess with. Yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, I did get raided by a Vor VTuber a couple times. I do remember that. I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, Google Translate isn't too bad. Another one, what's it called? I'm gonna type it out, see, like, Deep L is also a good option. I'm gonna just type that in there because, like, Deep L. That one's also really, really good for translation as well. It legitimately was the chest mouth. It was honest to God. She's just like, oh, you got chest mouth. And I don't know if the implication was like, oh, I too eat people. But like, no. I'm not doing that for Vor purposes. I'm doing it for cannibalism purposes. We're very different, you and I. No, they seem nice enough. Like, their viewers weren't weird. I don't think any of them really stuck around, but they were just kind of like, yeah, we came from this VTuber, and they were like, oh, we see you're painting some minis. So these are like true 28mm, and like Games Workshop has that like weird bastardized 28mm borderline into 32mm. How you doing, Heather? How you doing? Also, Toast, have yourself a good lurk and take it easy, yo. I don't have Guardsmen. I do have some Primaris. It's weird. So I have a bunch of minis, but they're not good for size comparison, but I feel like a lot of people, if you're asking, you probably have a rough idea how big a Primaris Marine is. Give me a quick sec just to do this little tiny bit. I will absolutely do a quick size. Have a craving mechanical power since oh, you're getting like power tools and shit? Fuck yeah, let's go. So I got this guy. Infernus Squad Man. Victrix, like Anglo-Dane. Much smaller. Another good comparison, if you know it, is the Lord of... So, it's basically the same scale of the Lord of the Rings game. Like, if you remember that. I have a bunch of orcs that are kind of painted. But, like, these guys actually, like, are comparable in size. Like, these guys could fight my orcs, and then they would pretty much be, like, legitimate, like, hey, we belong in the same universe and are roughly the same scale. So... yeah, it's definitely that. It's definitely like the true 28 versus the exaggerated 28. You say food and sex are linked, I guess. It's like one of those things. When that gets mentioned, I'm like, oh, there's like some weird shit that's gonna come with that. I feel it in my bones. You probably could actually. I actually think that you could I think you could do that, or vice versa. It's like a lot of Lord of the Rings models are not that far off from like proper historical stuff. I think you could absolutely do that. You could get some probably Victrix stuff and run it that way. Just use it for Lord of the Rings stuff too. Cause who gives a shit. Old Fort. Oh, okay. I don't know enough about the cars to know if that's a bad idea. It sounds like it'd be expensive, but I guess if you can get it to work, that might be fun. So fuck yeah. Hopefully that fun idea pans out, because that does potentially sound rad. Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on the shields later though. To be fair, I want to get most of the rest of the model before I attempt the shields. This early stage. Nothing too long. But yeah, you could probably do that. The run stuff like that. They're about guard. I don't own a guardsman actually. Space Earl has Fenris. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. I do have a couple of wargs actually. Which I don't know. Maybe I'll get back to my Mordor orcs. I'm technically one to run them from what's it called? Angmar, which is easier to do with if you're running the Witch King and a bunch of other stuff. As opposed to Mordor, which is more like generic orc monster mash. It's the engine that the Sherman. So it's a big engine. I see. Well, I mean, I'm saying could you is that feasible to jury rig that to work? I don't know. I understand it definitely sounds like you're trying to cram a lot of power into something that's not a lot of power. Is that a thing you can do? I don't I drive and I get repairs and I make small I can replace batteries and stuff, but I don't know anything about the real deep into weeds car knowledge. I spec'd into minis, and that is mostly been good for my life, I guess. You're as big as human. Yeah. Yes, 3D printing scale-wise can be a little tricky. I've printed some stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, these guys should be not that big. And then you print them oh god, actually no, size comparison-wise, they are fucking huge. I get the hair and stuff too. The engine at go-kart, fuck yeah. Fastest go-kart known to man. And also the fastest known to a couple of really, really smart gorillas. Maybe oh, so it's as far as the flags I want to use, hold on, I can show you some examples that I'm probably gonna use as a base. But I want to get the rest of the model done first to get some practice, but generally I kind of want to sort of follow the patterns that these guys have. The round shields, I like that divided quarter stuff, get some crosses. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing a dragon. It'd be a very simplified dragon for sure. Very, very simplified one for sure. But potentially that could be sound. I get the browns, and then probably paint the leathers. I'm also what I might do. What's it called? I want to get the bases ready too, because I want to clip these guys. I want to clip them off of their little puddle bases. It's like a box of noodles. It kind of, I mean, it's got that layer. I can see why you would say that. I guess actually has those little the blue box of noodles. It does kind of got a similar pattern on there. Oh, I see what you're going for. Oh, we got ad break. That was good. I have not drank nearly enough water today. Fix that. One last dude for this, and then let's see. I like how these they like I said, there's a nice Like, it's weird. I feel like I'm so used to using simplistic as like an insult. It's like, no, these guys are nice. They got their little packs. They got their little belts. The colors, there's not like, they have a reasonable amount of little like doodads and stuff on there. They're coming together very, very nice. And I do like these models. They're very charming. Everyone's. I'll legitimately, I'll probably forget. The curse is not very deep on me. Curse is not particularly deep on me. You remove, you wouldn't be. No, the thing is, listen, I learned very quickly from the mistakes of other VTubers. I remember seeing a VTuber get like 10 hydrate redeems in a row, and then they would do it, and I was like, no, they're in pain and filled with water to bursting. That the time limit on hydrate was honest to God set like early into my streaming career. I was prepared. Like, missed a little bit of the chain, which is what I just kind of got like a little divot. That now, like the opposite. It's, to be fair, for viewers that sounds like a fun time. You're like, hee hee, I made the VTuber drink a lot of water. Haha, content. Like some people are like, haha, content. Ooh, like I don't know. That's not what I want. I don't want to deal with exploding. So I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, there's like a bunch of, legitimately, I think there's like a bunch of stuff that has been set to fire early on in my streaming career. It has not been updated. My little minor stuff though. Nothing too wild. Like nothing that would like really super throw me off. Or like I'm like, I must upgrade. There's like some stuff I would want to upgrade. So I still want to get like a couple of various spring cleaning things, but that will come. Like, what is it? I don't know if like the red got chipped off, or did I just like, how did I just miss a huge fucking chunk of that? Dapper Hellwent. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did get though, speaking about outfits though, this is not like a huge thing. There is a like pretty popular Skeb artist, for people who don't know Skeb a whole lot, if you're coming from like the Warhammer side. It's just like a very nice service for like getting a hold of Japanese artists. And there's a guy who does like a lot of what's it called? He does a lot of outfits for VTubers. They'll be like, yo guy, I'm a VTuber. I guess it's not VTuber exclusive, but you know, a lot of VTubers use Skeb because like we hunger for art. That's a nice place to get scammed on Skeb. Not really. It depends. I've seen some people get scammed on Skeb where like the artist just does not give a shit. Like I know a couple people that just like, they're like, hey, my model looks like this, and they just drew like a completely different model, which is weird. I think like overall my experience on Skip has been pretty legit. But yeah, this guy does a lot of outfits. I requested like pajamas, I think a suit, and winter clothes, and then I think some like wild card options after that. So I'm pretty excited how that's gonna look. I'm pretty excited. They're named Charon, I believe. I haven't checked their name in a bit. But you know, I actually like Scam. Not Scam. I like Scam. No, I actually like Scam quite a bit as a service. I've like there's also, what's it called? VGen is like the US version of Scam, which has also been pretty nice. It's kind of nice. It's kind of like a lot more option for artist stuff. Chaos Marauder outfit, that would be kind of fun. I've actually thought about doing that, like getting a more. There are some VTubers that very much are like, this is the fucking like Warhammer outfit. Commissar Ozra and Rinvalia definitely have like the like, yo, this is Warhams. This is absolutely Warhams. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about G-dubs. I did really like that piece of art that I got of me as a word bearer. I'm like, that could be fun. But yeah, no, I don't know if I'd go like directly like this is very much like quote unquote this like knockoff Warhammer outfit. Could be fun though. Oh, he just got double belt there. Like I was like, it's like anything with that. Like, no, I should do it that way. I feel like a bunch of little. Luckily, also too, I remembered what brown I'm using. But yeah, this is just gonna be art. I mean, it could be one of those things that, like, if I get the art and you guys are like, yo, that could be a cool outfit. I didn't really got an upgrade. Like I don't know. I know a lot of VTubers plan on getting different outfits. I've had trouble because like my I like the turnaround time is super long. Like my rigging mama, excellent as she um, is she's basically very booked at all times. Shout out to Milky Mama. She's a insane rigger to the point where her backlog is huge. But like I'm not opposed to getting a new one, especially because I think it could, since it could build off of my base, it probably wouldn't be as expensive as like the HAL redo. I kind of thought it'd be fun to have like a cool one with like you know, kind of like the like model construction HAL, which is like get me like a little respirator mask, get me like a tank top, get me some like baggy pants with supplies in them. You know, that could, so like I think that could be fun. I don't know. That might be something that'd be nice to get some public opinions on. What you would like to see. I should really open. Oh, these guys are specifically Danish, so I'll probably be using their flags in general. Or heart beanie. Do those exist? I guess those probably exist. I'm like those shouldn't, those can't exist. That's not real. Not real. Oh yeah, then they're like basically the entire gen for EN like walk out at the same time. Is she going indie though? Like are you going like is she going indie or is she retiring? Because I know a lot of the corpo read like when they leave it's not too bad because like whole life they basically like bury your character, but I think those smaller ones typically let you walk out with the model. Oh, okay, that's not that big of a deal then. Not the worst. I mean, there are some things that get missing because, like, you know, you do get a lot of contacts and collabs, and like, you know, you get like the like merch stuff. That's a bit harder to do as an indie, but not impossible, I guess. How's you doing, RD? How you doing? How you? Let me cute. Get the fuck out. How you doing? I'm painting some Anglo-Danes, as one does. You know all those that common thing mini painters do. You know, you do the Space Marine, you do the Chaos Space Marine, you do the Danish, all those things, all those very typical normal things to do. Oh yeah, different color pants. Should Space Marines. The thing is, if I actually do want to do anything Prussian, it will probably be the Trench Crusade Prussians because they get access to better grenades. Probably used a lot of, probably true, yeah. I also know for like, I don't know if this is true for indies, but I know for even like Hololive people, like when like Marine gets a music video done, that's mostly out of her own pocket, but Hololive does give her some connections to get those, like, you know, it's hard to get a hold of Toby Fox without being in Hololive. However, like, she's still got to do a lot of that just, like, with her own earnings. I do think they're good for her, like, overall and for Hololive. But, yeah, I think she has to front a lot of that herself. I don't know what level of contacts, like, Idle... I legitimately don't know a whole lot about Idle Ian. If I'm going to be honest, Rin Penrose was the only one I knew. And that's because I got recommended a lot of clips of her and her mom. I really enjoyed the parent-child VTuber dynamic, if I'm going to be honest. Like, back in the day, I really liked when, it's, Nijisanji, ID Hanamakia. She had her dad on for some streams, and her dad was a really funny guy. I think she eventually stopped because it was just like, people kind of did the thing like, huh, you're streaming, solo, where's your dad? Where's your dad? Like, those were funny moments. I understand why she would stop, because that's gonna be aggravating, but I think I saw some, like, the energy was different, but I did like the fucking energy between like fail girl, royal prince lady, and then her like effectively like snarky British like wine mother together. There was they had good comedic energy, which I enjoyed. Yeah, I don't know. I feel weird, like, I don't want to, like, shit-talk another VTuber, but I know that's, like, there was some things around that time, too, that I think, like, also was weighing on Hana's mind. Like, I guess, like, she was effectively sort of, like, for a while, she also had the benefit early on. A lot of companies, Indonesian branches were effectively, like, they're kind of dipping their toes into English. Like, there was a, like, was it? Hello ID. There was another Nijisanji India branch. that was like really, I think they were like Indian, and then there's the Indian branch that was also like but they also spoke English, so they rebranded them to an English branch. That was kind of weird. So there was like Nor, who had like one of the most like a very, very good VTuber design. Yeah, that's also, yeah, I'm sure a lot of Niji being Niji certainly did not help. As usual, I'm sure that's always like a thing you got to worry about. At the same time, oh, for sure. Yeah, you got to embarrass your kid. You gotta. It's fun to do. But yeah, I don't know if they still do that or not. Like the parent-child stuff. I see her every now and then. She's been on Twitch before, and I was like, oh, I want to rate her, but she didn't have a rating up. I was like, man, which I get it. There's probably a thing where like if you're a Niji-san, you're a Hololive and you're on Twitch, they probably disable like every single sort of like rating thing, which I get. Once again, I understand. I thought it would have been fun because like she was genuinely early on one of the VTubers I watched because she was like an English VTuber before Hollow EN, because I was watching VTubers with Hollow EN. It was like her. It was Pikami. You know, you got Hachama. He's a knock. I saw that clip. Oh, it's the funniest shit. Koopa's ability of having like bad luck is fucking transcendent. It's like as soon as also, to be fair, that's on Doobie for not disabling that. That is absolutely on Doobie for not disabling that to a certain degree. I do feel bad for Koopa for accidentally like jump scaring herself that way. As soon as I heard about the fucking knocks, I shut that shit down. I was like, no, this is a stupid feature. Twitch has overall been a much better platform. I can openly say a lot of the changes they've made recently have been good. Knock is a colossally stupid idea, and I don't know who greenlit that. That's basically the worst. I've never heard of a positive use case for Knock. Maybe Flesh streamers use it a bit more where things are loosey-goosey, but that seemed bad. So for real quick, for Christmas, I mean, I don't have a green army. Red and green looks pretty good. They're historically appropriate for the Anglo-Danes, so I don't see why not. I don't see why not for me carrying on with this scheme. I don't think I'm going to go super Christmas, like, otherwise. Well, the funny thing, though, actually, I do have a lot of snow texture. I could give them, like, wintry bases. I could really lean into the Christmas Danes. It's not a bad idea. I'm also realizing I probably should stick to like 2 pant colors a little bit so I just don't mix up. Let's do brown. Oh, does it activate the long? Oh yeah, that's also why I don't keep a webcam plugged in. I don't do that. Nah. But yeah, no, it's but yeah, so knocking was a feature that basically, if you look at your list of people while you're streaming, like if you look at the people you're following and there's like a little symbol on them, and you click knock, and in theory what it will let you do is like join their stream kind of like unannounced. Oh, I also need to shake the fuck out of this. The pigments are incredibly thin. I'm noticing a lot of the pigments are just like sliding off, and I don't. But what's it called? So like they did that, and like you know that what's that thing, like everybody disliked that choice. It's stupid. Like I said, it's a doxing nightmare. Like the idea of jump scaring somebody for a collab is insane. I don't get it. Russian ads. No. I think it would be fun to get them slightly Christmassy. Tell you what though, here's an option. I have a command sprue with stuff for a warlord. I could make my warlord very like Santa Clausy. That could be fun because I have alternatives for like a quote unquote legitimate warlord if I wanted one. I have more legitimate options if I really felt so inclined. That could be fun. I do think the winter bases are a legit good idea because like I don't. I have more stuff for snow because I did pick up a bunch of like snow paste and stuff for the Starks way back, and I've used it before. The snow. I have the AK snow texture. That stuff is baller. I love that. I love the AK snow texture stuff. I could run Newt as Father Christmas. Oh God, I might think about that. Oh God, hold on. Hey, you guys were giving me shit earlier for dropping my minis. Yay. AKA, Snow Sprinkles is very nice. How you doing, Chico? I'm painting some historicals. You could do summer Russians, I guess. I don't know why you would, but you could. You could. Bit flaky. Hey, let's go. But yeah, there's like, that's a good for kind of like wet snow, where it's like snow that's becoming slush. I think there's a couple of other snow options. Maybe I might pick up another snow texture that's like fresher snow. So I could do like fresh snow, and then around the edges of the fresh snow, I could do like the melting snow. That might be kind of fun. That could be neat. That's how you doing, Kine? How you doing? Oh, legitimately, yeah. I do not have any horses, so they just the bag I got has like up to 60 dudes worth of sprue. Realistically, I need to do 24 warriors for Saga. And like my Hearthguard are probably just going to be from the start kit because they're bigger boys with big axes. And then I'll probably still do some command. Oh yeah, there's also like, what's it called? I got this. There's also like a little monk sprue. Oh, he's got fucking like word bearer's parts accidentally grafted to his back just because of sticky tack. But yeah, he's got this like nice little like little monk. I gave him a sword because I thought that'd be fun, like a little like. Used to be a bandit, now I'm a monk, but I can still shake a bitch for Jesus if I have to. That's how you doing, Angel? Yeah, I'm doing the Danes. I'm doing the Anglo-Danes. They got the little bit of the Danish, they got a little bit of the Anglo. Mixing together to a wonderful blend. Make it sound like they're fucking coffee. I don't know why, but whatever. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, nobody. Let's see. Gotta use the redeem sometimes. You got to. It's all good. Have yourself a good sleep and take it easy. I will be. Oh shit! I'm actually way over time. Let me get. Hold on. I'm not super duper overtime. I'll say you too. Good morning, Mimic. We'll be wrapping up soon. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get this guy's pants. I figure I'm getting all the pants. Let's get the pants. Get some fucking pants, guys. More gray pants. Yippee! Let's go. How you doing? How you doing? Working on some historicals today, having a good old time. Yeah, I think I am legitimately thinking about doing the winter bases. I actually think those would be really charming. What's how you doing, Shinaki? How you doing? Yeah, a whole 5 extra minutes. Got tomorrow off, yippee. I don't. I wish I could get all the cool holidays. Because for me, the worst part's not even getting the holiday off. It's hearing like, not for you. You're fine. It's specifically like people I know who like have other jobs. Like, yeah. I get all this holiday off. Isn't that great? My ancestor Hans Fuckbeard, the greatest hero in all time, built this farm with nothing but his nuts. I don't think that's how it is. To be fair, I think they're still Christian. I think the Anglo-Danes are Christian at this point. Don't quote me on that. I'm bad with the actual history of the models I'm painting. I'm very new to historicals. Legitimately, the reason I went with Anglo-Danes is because I wanted to play Saga. I only had Song of Ice and Fire Stark models, and I was like, what era do the Starks most historically match? And they're like a pretty good fit for the Anglo-Danes. I'm like, all right, sick. I'm gonna do that. And it turns out I actually really like their playstyle. They're both like really control heavy, but if you just want to rip a bitch in half with an axe, you can also do that. It's a very good mix. Yeah. I think these guys are mostly like, yeah, Catholic, because especially like all the cross shields and whatnot. I don't know. That led me to believe that. That's why I shot that off the cuff. I'm glad I was entirely mistaken. I do need to like, I don't think I need to like super hardcore research, but I would like to like, maybe like read a book or see like a documentary to get a little better feel for this era. Like this is an era I don't have a super lot of knowledge. It kind of falls outside of like typical American historical education thing into like once you get into like niche history might be a bit too harsh, but like, It's you have to go to this history, not have the history taught to you. Ooh, yo, fuck yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here are the lads I got done tonight. Well, done is not even close, but they're there. They are functioning minis, which is cool. Like they're beginning to come together. I could see like I got touch up a lot of little bits. Definitely, you gotta do the two coats. I've done like one coat and everything, but like they're coming. I get a big stack of 8 of them into a nice little pile. They're gonna look legit. So with that though, let's go to the chatting screen. All right. Thank you, nerds, for coming. I had a lot of fun, and here is a rough schedule for next week. I don't know what video game I'm going to be playing. Oh god, I still have the Warhammer tag on. Okay, that's fine. I will be playing Uncharted, not Uncharted. Fuck that. Let's go. I'm blanking on the fucking name. Dishonored. Dishonored does seem like it could be a lot of fun. I've never finished Dishonored properly. That could be neat. Then on Thursday, I might be doing some terrain painting. Saturday, I want to do How to Trench Crusade. I think that's going to happen. And Sunday, I will also be doing some mini painting. I don't know what else I'm going to be doing. And then the Thursday, by the way, in the movie night for Thursday, hey everybody, what's it called? We will continue to watch the Dungeons and Dragons movies. Do you want to see some jank? Boy, howdy, it's time for jank. So that should be fun. And with that, let me see. I actually got like a decent amount of people on YouTube. Don't know. The problem is that there's just a lot of. I'm actually like looking up the Vtuber hashtag. There's so many fucking chat GPT VTubers that have. Why are so many of them? What the fuck is what is going on with that? Okay, I'll do Twitch Crusade. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been interested on that, so that should be fun. Yeah, I don't have a good idea on rating on YouTube. I might just cut the YouTube people loose. So, yeah, I'm getting a lot of garbage. I'll have to figure out. I know how to rate on YouTube now. I don't know how to like find people that would be good to raid. So everybody in YouTube, take it easy. Bye bye, YouTube people.